My name is Aidan Kearney,
known online as
Turtleboy, and is a senior editor for
TBDailyNews.com.
They call me
Dr. Turtleboy.
This is my preferred pronoun. Daddy.
What's up, Daddy?
Journalism Jesus. 𝗃𝗏𝗄𝗏 Kearney.
The one and only Turtleboy.
Turtleboy.
What's up, Slick?
The doctor is here.
This guy's a bad motherfucker.
That's right, the intro.
I've broken a lot of major stories. I've been doing it for about 11 years. I used to be a high school teacher.
Turtleboy has changed a lot over the years. I was once a blogger, but now I'm much more accurately known as an award-winning journalist, a satirist, and an activist. Boom!
They're screaming your name here.
You're the crowd daddy.
Crazy. People either love me or hate me.
Listen, Turtle, all right?
But either way, they're watching.
Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
Stop it. I'm never gonna stop. This fight's just getting started. Now let's get this party started.
Welcome to the Weekend Live Show.
508 is where I'm from.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night. Let us know in the comments right now where you reppin'.
Apache Junction, Taunton, Worcester, Long Island, Manchard, South Florida, Webster, Malden, Framingham, Tucson, Billerica, Salem, Gloucester, Moosop, Connecticut, Charleston, South Carolina, Roslindale, Moosop, Connecticut, London, Hanson, Glendale, Arizona, Lynn, Mapleville, Quincy.
Food stands, leave your clothes, buddy, and
hey, you a funny ass guy, man.
Have you ever heard of Turtleboy? Yeah? Are you a fan?
508 is where I'm from.
Hey, what's up?
508 is where I'm from.
How was that?
You a freaking idiot. Stop telling people that I'm mentally deranged and stupid.
Call me Aidan. He's not a doctor, but...
Get out of my store, please.
You're a fucking loser.
You are a loser.
You're not a journalist. You're nobody. You're not turtle hair. Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
NFL on the house, blog that.
Let's get this party started.
Yo! What's up, people? Hold on. What's going on? How's everybody doing out there tonight? Disclaimer. Welcome, everybody, to the Turtleboy Live Show. My name is Aidan Kearney. You can call me a variety of nicknames if you'd like, up to and including 𝗃𝗏𝗄𝗏 Kearney. That's my true crime name. You can call me Journalism Jesus. That's my spiritual name. You could call me, what else can you call me? You can call me Daddy if you'd like, different versions of Daddy. I know for some people that could be kind of weird. You can call me Fridge Daddy if you'd like. There's a Halloween costume for that. You can call me Theater Daddy, Crowd Daddy. You call me JFK's Daddy because I am. What else can you call me? You can call me Uncle Turtleboy, Regular Turtleboy, Dr. Turtleboy. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I don't really care because I am a doctor. If Judd Welch is a doctor, I'm definitely a doctor too. So just respect my pronouns is all I ask. But, you know, I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. sharp and make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. Okay. And, you know, because we're going 40,000 feet because 39,000 feet is gay as shit. We're going up to 40,000 feet where people have never gone before. It's going to be super duper dope. All right. So make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. The subs are on the rise again. Turtleboy's back. Nobody gives a fuck about a recording. Nobody fucking gives a fuck about a fucking recording. Okay. And Daddy's fucking back. We're back. I've gained like 2,000 subs in the last week. Killing it. We're up to 163,770 people who have subscribed to the Turtleboy Live YouTube channel. All right, so go ahead, and there's about 3,500 people watching right now. I bet you 230 you haven't smashed that subscribe button. So go ahead, smash it right now. Do it. Let's refresh it right now. Come on, 770, 772. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Keep going. 774, just like that. Let's go. And yes, and that might be my next one. Free Raul. That's a route. Yeah, he needs to be free. I mean, that's fucking ridiculous what that poor kid's going through. It was an accident. It was a fight. Shit happens. All right. He was already acquitted by one jury. They want skulls. They want names. They want this kid to go to jail for a fight they were all involved in. It's fucking bullshit. But anyway, guys, yeah. So anyway, thank you for joining my my YouTube presentation here. If you're new here, we do this usually every Tuesday and Saturday, but unless something comes up, I had my kids last night, and couldn't make it. So, cause I'm like, it's like loud. I get loud, and you know, I don't know what happened to Kevin Smith for Raul. Is he gone? What happened? He really abandoned him like that? How's he gonna? He was awesome. He's got to come back. We got to get that guy back because that kid's fucked without a good attorney. He's fucked. I'm telling you right now. But anyway, yeah, what else is I going to talk about? Raul Valley, exactly. You know, we do need a free Raul Valley. Like I believe he's fucking not guilty. He was already acquitted once. It was an accident. If you guys don't know that story, I'm going to do a deep dive on that one. I think it's due. It's Connecticut. It's like, you know, far Connecticut. It's like basically a New York market, but you know, I think it's worth getting into. I think it's worth talking about. But yeah, what else is going on? Yeah, if you guys want your messages read out loud to the class tonight, you can click at the link at the top for something called Turtle Chat. When you do that, you can pay whatever amount of money you want, and I will read your message out loud to the class. Pay whatever, you know, say whatever, and I will read it out loud to the class. Or you can cash at me at $UncleTurtleboy. And we can do it that way. Let's start off strongly. Let's see if we got any. And I had a great time this weekend, obviously, at the 3rd annual Turtleboy Halloween party, a smashing success. I think we sold over 200 tickets. Basically a sellout. I don't really push it hard or anything like that. But yeah, it was basically a sellout. A lot of cool people there. The costumes were hilarious. If you guys haven't seen some of them, we've posted them on social media. But I don't know. The costume I picked was this woman by the name of Patty. She was my winner. She came as 𝗃 Kerrigan. And let me tell you, it was it was the fun. She had the exact same shirt that 𝗃 Kerrigan had. Let me see if I can get this up here. Hold on. Let me see what we got here. How is this real? This looks exactly like her. Exactly like her. Let's see. And they are so mad about this. The trolls are so mad about this. It's just, they're losing their minds over it. There she is. Now, it's like, if you guys don't get the joke with this one, that is 𝗃 Kerrigan. As soon as I saw the costume, I'm like, oh my God. And there was 2 of them. There was another 𝗃 Kerrigan. I picked this one because the other one was like not the person herself who played the part of 𝗃 Kerrigan, but the costume was a little whorish more because it had no sleeves. Whereas this one, you know, 𝗃 Kerrigan is a lot of things, but she's not really a whore. That's not really her thing. Let's see if we got it here. So there's, if you guys haven't seen this picture before, this picture was on the cover of Boston Magazine when they did a story about like, oh, like 𝗃 Kerrigan got to write an article in Boston Magazine, and this was the picture that she chose. She is John O'Keefe's ex-girlfriend from 20 something years ago, like before I think Karen dated John the first time. And here she is holding a goddamn picture of him up. like he's lost at sea, wearing a Justice for JJ button. She has a 2490 necklace. This is not John's girlfriend. Okay, just to be clear, this is not John's relative. This is a woman who was married to someone else who broke up with him 20-some years ago, and is like, it's just insane. But I mean, that costume was excellent. So she was the winner. My final 3 picks were her, the John 𝗵𝗵𝗄. The John 𝗵𝗵𝗄 costume was excellent, and the Lindsay Gattani costume too. That was a funny one too. The one with the fake baby, that shit was funny too. All right, and but what else? There was some other good. Oh, everybody loved the fridge. The fridge. She came as the fridge, and she wanted me to I put my handprints on the fucking fridge and taste. Oh, it was too funny. The fridge was great. As soon as she walked in and opened up her fridge, I'm like, this is too good. This is too good. So the costumes had me cracking up, dude, cracking up. So yeah, it was a pleasure being there, meeting a lot of cool people, and having a good time. DJ Matty Mo was spinning the 1s and 2s. And a special thank you, as I said, to all of the, let's see, do I have it here? Special thanks, obviously, to all of the people out there who helped volunteer for this, all the people who donated baskets for the raffles, or the giveaways, rather. The giveaways, we don't do raffles. Who else? Obviously, Erica Walsh, Dina, and Maddie Mo, the DJ who did that. Bobby and Kerry working the door, and others. So, and obviously, so my costume, as you can see, I went as the 6-string YouTube creator, a guy by the name of Randy 𝗵𝗺𝗺𝗺, I think his name is, from Lynn. He is he's basically he's like a YouTube grifter who, kind of saw his opportunity to kind of white knight for Kearney. Ooh, I'm going to be Kearney's guy now. That's what I'm going to do now. And I'm going to talk about it, recording for about a month straight, make content out of this. Yo, you feel me? You feel me, dog? You feel me, dog? So yeah, that's the character I'm going with now. I went with him. He had a rival. We announced our party first, and so he decided to do one across town, apparently in Malden, which had much, obviously, less people at it, and stuff like that. But I mean, it was nice. He tried. I give him credit for trying. And obviously, he had his fentanyl buddy up there, him and the Suboxone sisters. James Jackson was up there, and they did their thing. Mike Crawford was there too. Mike Crawford and a couple others there. So I hope they had a great time. But I don't know what the money went towards. But our money, the money that we raised, all went to the Turtleboy Legal Defense Fund, which is still ongoing, right? We still have a battle ahead of us. Remember, I'm still facing 90 years in prison. I had a couple, it was the 𝗵𝗵𝗆 event. That's basically what they had. BLT was there too. Now, they didn't let BLT on stage first because he didn't make the varsity. So they brought him up at the end, and they let him talk for about 10 minutes. And all the emotions and stuff like that. So that was nice of them. But yeah, so it was a good time. We had a great time. We had a blast. And yeah, I mean, that's it. So yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that it's come to this. I will say that it's unfortunate that a divide has been created in the movement, by these grifters who showed up at the last minute, right? They weren't around really for the first trial. They didn't really make content or anything like that. Never held a single fundraiser for Karen Reed, nothing like that. They just showed up, and at the last minute, they're like, well, we can grift off of this too, and we can white knight, and we can create a big divide in this community. That's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to be the official spokesperson for Karen Reed. That's what we're going to do up here. That's what they did. And, they're like, oh, we're going to talk about a fucking recording from a day. And as it turns out, as time has gone by, nobody gives a fuck, do they? Absolutely nobody gives a fuck about any of that shit. Nobody did. Nobody ever has. Nobody ever will. Doesn't fucking matter. And here I fucking am. And they got 30 people down, doing a bootleg party in the same town. So there's that. And again, I asked Mike Crawford this when he came on my program, because I'm coming out firing it. I don't give a fuck. I asked Mike Crawford this when he came on my program. I'm like, if there was a Mike, because I had no issues with him before this, right? And it's like, if there was a fuck Mike Crawford channel, like a channel that was just dedicated to shitting on Mike Crawford 24/7, right? That's all they do. Every show is, we're going to shit on, Mike Crawford. And that's what our channel would be. Right. And I just started chumming up in the comments. Hey guys, what's up, everybody? It's Money Making Mike. I'm here now. Let's chill, have a good time. How would you feel about that? Would you like that? And he's like, oh, okay, I get what you're saying. So yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest. And Mike came on here and he lectured me. And the more I think about it, I'm like, Mike Crawford came on here and lectured me about how to fucking get content. And like, bro, excuse me. How many fucking subs did you have before this, pal? You know what I mean? He literally came up here and he lectured me on how to get ratings. And, oh, you should do this. He did in the passive aggressive way about like, oh yeah, I really think you're great, but you could be doing this and this. Mike, how about I lecture you? Because how are your views doing when Bettero's not on? How's that going? I was being polite, but the more I sit on that, I'm like, yep. Okay. I see how it is now. So people's true colors come out, and it is what it is. And at the end of this, dude, we know how this story ends. Okay. Right. We're going to keep, like, we have a major case on our hands here, obviously, with the Turtleboy case that we're getting through. Right. And what are they going to do? I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, honestly, teams are divided now. That's fine. I like my squad. Me, the Glare, Nurse Kim, Jimmy. That's the squad. There's others too, obviously. That's not limited to that, right? But I like my squad more. Okay. I think we're cooler. I think we're better. So they can have a great time. So that's that. So that's my thoughts on that. So anyway. All right. Back to this. All right. Let's read some turtle chats. All right, we got, let's see, hopeful. No, that was the other day. Hold on, wrong one. Sharon sends $5, goes, if you had a costume contest at a Halloween party from the pictures, I think krusty Panty's costume should have won. It was okay. But she didn't have a hunchback. She was a little too, she's literally shaped like a silverback gorilla, so I just, it was good. It was nice. And she spelled Krusty wrong too, with the C. It's Krusty with a K, because it's got to be the initials. Krusty Panties, KP. Okay. Oh, Melanie, of course. Yeah. We got Melanie. We're good. Obviously, that's not she hasn't really jumped into any of this at all. But obviously, I will always roll with Melanie Little, period, because Melanie Little is awesome. And her interview with me was just excellent. You know what I mean? Like, her interview made me feel so comfortable and cool and fun. And the questions she asked me about, like, aspects of my personal life that hadn't been delved into yet, that a lot of people would feel, like maybe we don't go there. Oh, Broken Baker. We definitely got the Broken Baker too. So that's why I obviously love him. We got Rat House Media. And you know what? You know who else we got? We got Ray from Dallas. Fuck everybody. Like I said, I've never come on here and like been like a Ray for Dallas because I haven't watched his presentations. I haven't done any of that. But while I was getting ready for the show the other night, Friday night, or for the party, he was, I put on some Ray from Dallas, right? And I actually listened to him for 20 minutes, ramble on. And I showed up in the chat and I just said, hey, what's up? Something like that. And he lost. Wait, what do you mean? Hope he's okay. Is he hurt? Something happened to Ray? Everybody's like, is Ray okay? Is Ray alive? What happened to Ray from Dallas? Ray had an emergency on his show last night? Oh, God. I hope he's okay. Pray for Ray. Okay. Anyway, he gave me he lost his mind. He calls me the reason for the season, and he keeps it real. So you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm not one of these people that's like afraid to shy away from somebody if they're too controversial. I listened to him for 20 minutes and I liked what I heard. So he's cool by me, and fuck anyone who says otherwise. So there's that. All right, cool. Next. Oh, we got microdots too on our side. We got all the winners, period. So we're good. All right, next up. We got Asser and Fish sends $10, goes, listen, Turtle, with your glasses, I was disappointed in all the noise at the Malden Moose the other night. I didn't even have a chance to sit down with Brian Albert. You and your roughneck turtle riders, the element was certainly out. Yes, it was. Asser and Fish Asser and Fish did the whatchamacallit. He did the costume for DePietro. It was great. It was great. Next. Romy sends $100 and has no. Oh, the only comment Romy has is card. Yes, card. Thank you very much, Romy. It's very thoughtful of you. Jeez, Ray fell out. Jeez, hope he's all right. Cool. All right, next. Next up, we got. Let's see if we have any more here. I'll refresh this. Did I lose? All right, here we go. We got Cash Apps coming in here. A couple Cash Apps. We have Laura sends $10. Goes, please free Raul. Love you, Daddy. I mean, I don't know if I have the ability to free him, but I am worried for him. I don't think. It's like they're going to come at him with everything. You know, you got a young, a dead white 17-year-old kid on your hands, and no one's gone to jail for it. And so I know how the state rolls. They're like, well, somebody has to go to jail for this. And I fear it might be him if he doesn't get good representation. So, all right, cool. All right. If anyone else wants their messages read out loud to the class, you can click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can Cash at me at $UncleTurtleboy, and we can do it that way. All right, cool. Let's delve into some of the topics of this week, shall we? All right. So first up, as you guys, and I haven't had a chance really to talk about this much, but as you may have seen, the charges with the fake victim have officially been dropped. It is done. It's over. It's, you know, they had until Friday to find a new special prosecutor for that case, because she sued the last one and she sued Brian Tully, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen. They had 28 days and they just threw in the towel, and 𝗵𝗫cy himself threw it in. 𝗵𝗫cy was just like, I concede, I'm giving up. So even though so we're down to 90 years in jail. Okay. I was facing 105 years in jail, and now we're down to 90. Okay. So that's good. And one last thing to think about now. It was a momentum builder, you know, it was a morale builder. Let's just call it that. Like, I know it doesn't represent the end of all my charges, but at the same, it was hilarious to see all the antis turn on her real quick and just say like, oh, she got kicked out of all the groups. They're blaming her. And, you know, for that, I say good, you know, and I don't know how I feel about this. I have mixed emotions about this, because she is she sent me to jail, you know, sent me to jail for 90 days for a lie. And, you know, she knows it was a lie too. She knows there was no push on the couch. She knows no one was ever raped. She knows all that. And, at the same time, you know, she could be the end of all my charges, which is just so ironic, because we have a motion to recuse Cosgrove in the big case with all the McAlberts, and she's undeniably a witness, and she made herself a witness in that. Like, she sought them out, and they could have told her, but they could have told her to fuck off. They could have told her like, no, you're not a witness. We have nothing to say to you. You're just some chick who banged Turtleboy. Like, no one cares about anything you say. But she also sued 𝗵𝗫cy too. And so, you know, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Obviously, she took 60 days of my life away, and I'm so fucking mad about that still. I'm so pissed about that. On the other hand, it's just fucking ironic because she wasn't in the case at all to begin with, but she could be the reason this fucking case ends. And wouldn't that be something? I don't know. I have like the weirdest mixed feelings about that, the mixed emotions about that. It's like a mind fuck. She also murdered my baby Clay in front of me, you know? And so I don't know how I feel about this shit. But you know, she hasn't done anything useful yet either. Like all this shit she's putting out there, none of this is useful. All this shit about, oh, Jen McCabe said this and blah, blah, blah said this. And, oh, come subscribe to my Patreon or whatever. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this, but I'm going to have to think about it. There would be no forgiveness, obviously. I'll never forgive, especially for what she did to Clay. But, you know, all I want is an admittance. That's all I want. I'm not that fucking hard to please. She took 90 days away from me and my kids and my mother and all that stuff. Oh, there's no going back. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, there's nothing like that. But part of, you know, when you just want an apology, you know, when you just want, like, can you fucking say sorry? Can you get a fucking sorry? Like, can you just admit it never fucking happened? To me, that's closure. That's a little bit of fucking closure. I can never get those 90 days back. Or 60 days back. I know that. I can never get that time back. I can never get all that shit. But it would feel really fucking nice, you know, and really cool if she just admitted it never fucking happened. I don't need all the other shit. I don't need all this other, oh, I'm going to fucking destroy Brian Tully and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Right? I don't need that shit. Brian Tully's going down either way. We're going to beat this case no matter fucking what. And I wouldn't accept an apology at all. But for the sake of everyone, I would like it out there. And I know you guys know this didn't happen. I know that you guys know this didn't happen because I wouldn't want an apology from her because it wouldn't be real. She wouldn't be fucking sorry. But what I would like is just on the fucking record, accountability. Okay. This never fucking happened. I know you guys know it never happened, but I would never lay hands on a woman ever. That was the worst part about that whole thing was I was being labeled on Christmas as a domestic abuser. Okay. Of a pregnant woman nonetheless. And that shit, that was the worst kind of thing to be called. And people like are out there, they're like, oh, they didn't know. Like, did Turtleboy lose his goddamn mind? He's pushing pregnant bitches on couches and shit. Like, what's wrong with this guy? Did he snap? Oh, did the pressure finally get to him? No, none of that shit happened. And you guys know that didn't happen. But it would be cool to just have it on the record that this didn't happen. And she has an out because all she has to do is blame it on the fucking them. You know, when you think, I mean, that's what she claims happened, right? They're like, oh, Tully pressured her. She didn't call police that night. She didn't call police the next day. She didn't call police at all. Brian Tully called the fucking cops. They came up with this story after she called Krusty Panties on Christmas Eve and after they talked to Brian Tully. After that. So, like, if I don't get it. It's like she could easily just fucking blame this on them and be like, oh, whatever. No, I would think it's fucking fake and she's bullshit and she's just doing whatever she can to get out of this. She is an equal fucking part in this, if not worse than all of them. But I don't know. It's like, so what, like, because all this shit about like, oh, I'm going to expose Tully. I'm going to do all this. I'm going to do all that. How about you fucking say sorry? I'm not even sorry because the sorry would be bullshit. But how about you just fucking admit to everyone it didn't fucking happen, period. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. So I'm really happy that those charges are gone. We knew that they were going to be gone. You know, I want my life back, man. I want my life back. I want to walk around. I want to be able to go out to dinner and like have a beer, which I can't fucking do ever now because I have to worry about like, well, what if I get pulled over and I have alcohol in my breath? If I have one singular beer and then I blow a 0.06 and the thing's calibrated wrong or some shit like that. And then I go to fucking jail for 60 days. That's like, I hate having to live life like that. You know, just always being on bail. So I just want these charges to go away. My next hearing is December 5th, 2025 at Norfolk Superior Courthouse at 2 p.m. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be in front of Judge 𝗵𝗃, who hates me. And I don't know what that means. As far as the recusal of Cosgrove goes, it's undeniable that he has to recuse himself. He has a conflict. But at the end of the day, you know, does 𝗵𝗃 care? I mean, I don't like, will he come up with some reason that he doesn't have a conflict? I don't fucking know, you know. And we have this 88-page mega motion to dismiss that we wrote up assuming Doolin was going to hear this because he's reasonable, and Doolin lets you listen. Doolin lets my lawyers argue. 𝗃 just cuts everyone off. He just doesn't let you talk because he's the smartest guy in the room. And yeah, so anyway, we have a new motion out. It is redacted, so I got to see here. Let me just double check. Just got to read my message. I don't want to share something I'm not supposed to. Let me read this real quick. Okay. All right. Anyway, so yeah. All right. So let's talk about Michael Proctor. This obviously he's been in the news too. Let me pull this up. Michael Proctor. Actually, let me pull up Ted Daniel. He has a good one. Give me one sec. Ted Daniel, there he is. And we're going to be getting the new Matthias shit tonight too. So we got a lot to talk about. All right, here we go. And I did say that Nick Rocco says tomorrow may be an interesting day. Why? I don't know. I find that shit cryptic and annoying. I just wish they would. But why is Nick Rocco saying that? Because Karen Reed told him to say that. I mean, that's what Nick Rocco. If Nick Rocco's saying something like that on Twitter, it's because Karen Reed told him something. I mean, that's what happened. So, and that's how they like to do it. It's like something cryptic. So who knows? So I guess we'll just wait and the suspense will build up and we'll see what tomorrow brings. So I guess that's we'll see what happens tomorrow. So stay tuned. You know, tune in tomorrow for the next episode of what will happen in this, and check Twitter. And so there we go. So yeah, I mean that's what that means. I mean, if he's writing something like people like doubt like anything Nick Rocco says, just it's coming from Karen. Just understand, because a lot of people were like, when he showed up in the chat and was like, that is the real Karen. People are like, well, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like, people were like, who are you? No, just he's speaking for her. So, yeah, that's just how they like it. But anyway, so I guess something big is going to have to come tomorrow, and we'll have to tune in and see whatever that is. But next up. All right, so here we go. All right, a new court filing reveals the personal cell phone of former state trooper Michael Proctor contains thousands of sensitive items, including intimate images. This comes days after Proctor dropped his appeal to regain his job with the state police. citing new disclosures shared with him, including intimate images. Proctor was fired in March for conduct that was revealed in Karen Reed's first trial. The Norfolk County DA's office filed a motion for protective order in Superior Court on Friday, asking the judge to strictly limit the dissemination of text chats, audio files, pictures, and videos obtained from an extraction of his personal cell phone. Why? According to the motion, the data being reviewed as part of discovery in cases Proctor investigated. You know what? I got to be honest with you. I like the costume and all. It's just giving me a headache. The glasses, I don't know. The glasses and the fucking hat. So the costume, I'm going to give the costume a break for a little bit. Don't mind me. All right. Don't mind me. We'll come back to this. All right. Anyway. All right. There we go. I appreciate that. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it with those glasses. Those are the exact glasses. I studied that fucking costume. I did it well. All right. Anyway. Yeah. So it says, according to the motion, the data being reviewed as part of discovery in cases Proctor investigated, including the Miles King case, span many years. The DA is concerned about the highly sensitive nature of the information, including images of intimate body parts of people not participating in the text chain. Intimate images, image of body parts of people not participating in the text chain. What could that mean? What could that mean? Well, it sounds like nudes, obviously, and it makes you wonder. But again, they're not telling us like who are these from? Are these victims? Are these witnesses? How long ago are these pictures from? Whatever it is, it's really bad because he's been ditched real quick. And this happened fast. Whatever the fuck they found on this phone is horrific. All right. And if he distributed any sort of naked pictures of various, of let's say like Anna Walsh or Karen Reed, okay, if he distributed anything like that, he is fucked. Like he's going to jail. Like he's done. And I will break this story. Okay. I have it on good authority right now that Michael Proctor is separated now from Liz Proctor. I don't know if it's temporary. I don't know. I don't care. But I have it on good authority. He is now living at his sister's house. And that, so what I'm telling you, and Lizzie Proctor is like ride or die. Like she stood by this scumbag through some of the most embarrassing, humiliating shit ever. But again, I have from a very good source, right? A very solid source that, now this is not 100%, but this is a source that I'm confident enough in that it's like high 90s, that he is no longer living with the wife and kids, that they are, I think that, let me see if I could find the exact quote here. Give me a moment. My sauces. Yeah. Basically, what she's been telling people is that Proctor, that she has booted him from the house for the safety of her own kids. Like that's what, for the well-being of her own kids. So God, I don't know what the fuck they found in this phone. Right. So, I mean, and this is a good source. This is a source who has given me a lot of shit before about the Proctors. And so somebody very close to the Proctors. And so that is what she is stating. I'm assuming they're eventually they're probably going to get a divorce. Why wouldn't they? But how humiliating for her that she stood by him all this time. So God, I mean, that tells you something. Whatever's on this phone is big, right? Whatever's on Proctor's phone is big. I think I was a very close source said there were racist messages in there. I 1000% believe that. Of course, I don't know what kind of racist messages or anything like that. I don't think people like kiddie porn. I don't think he'd be in jail by now if it was fucking kiddie porn. But so I think we can rule that out in fairness. I'm not going to spread lies about Michael Proctor. We don't need to spread lies about Michael Proctor because Michael Proctor is the biggest shitbag enough himself that you can, expose him for that. That he, we don't need to make shit up. So images of intimate body parts of people not participating in the text chain. And, there is some shit on. Remember, he went through Karen's phone. Remember that? I'm going through his retarded client's phone right now. No nudes so far, he said. No nudes so far, but I'm going through his retarded client's phone. So if he was going through Karen Reed's phone, then the most recent shit, if you're going through the pictures, right, then the most recent pictures are going to come up. Now, what was in those most recent pictures? I think when he said no nudes so far, I'm going to just come out and say I think he's lying. I think that was a lie. I think it's just something you say. I'm not saying he distributed anything of Karen Reed or anything like that, but he did. I mean, clearly he has distributed some sort of intimate photos. And, I think that like anyone in a relationship, I mean, what percent of people in a relationship out there, when she was in a relationship, don't have any naked pictures on their phone? None. Is there like, if you guys are out there, like, is that, maybe I should do, I'm going to do a poll right now. I'm going to do a poll right now because I kind of want to see what people think about this. Because as you know, if you go through my phone, it's going to be a bad, you're going to have to clean your eyes after. It's going to be a bad time, right? Well, it might be a good time for some people, but for other people, it's going to be a very bad time. And, you're going to have to bleach your eyes out after. It's going to be really bad. So let me do a poll here, and I'm just curious if I'm alone in this world. All right, start a poll. I'm just going to keep a nice generic poll. Do you have nudes on your phone right now? As we speak, do you have nudes on your phone? I'm just curious what the audience is. We have 500 votes in so far. 81% of you say no. You have no nudes on your phone. None. Okay. That means 20% of you do. Never. You have no nudes. That includes in your messages. That if you've sent a nude to someone in your messages and then you deleted it from your whatever, right? That's sent. Okay, that they can go through your messages and find that nude, can't they? Because you always forget to delete those ones. Okay, so let's see what we got here. The chat says right now we are at 78% of people in the chat right now have no nudes on their phone, but 22% do. Okay, which means Proctor gets your phones. 1 out of every 5 of those phones is going to have some nudes on them, right? And he's the kind of guy that goes through those nudes, and he's got no morals. He thinks he's never going to get caught. People are like, nope, never. You guys are no fun. I thought this was a sex. Oh, that's Thursday night sex cult. Okay. Nope. Because of the internet, I call BS. I mean, people aren't going to lie on a private poll. Like it's not like they're putting their name out there and be like, no, I don't. Like that's an anonymous poll. Like people have no reason to lie in the poll. So I have no reason to doubt whether or not, these are true. And maybe married people do it less. I don't know. Or maybe they do it more. I don't know. But I just have people spice shit up. I don't know, especially if they live separately. I'm shocked. I thought, I am surprised by the poll. I thought it would be a lot closer than this. But either way, that's some people. What's the age? That's true. The age range in the chat. All right, cool. Anyway, so let's get back to this. Screenshots of Facebook posts. That's interesting. That was found. He sent those out. Screenshots of Facebook posts. Okay. Full phone numbers. Okay. And or personal email addresses of the people Proctor communicated with. And the name of a sexual assault victim. That's probably the most egregious one. You can't do that. You can't just share that with your buddies. But as we know, this is the kind of guy who's telling everybody and his mother on January 29th and January 30th, all about every detail of the Karen Reed investigation. She's fucked. The girl did it. She's got no way she skates, all that shit. I don't know. So anyway, it goes on to say, the article goes on to say, a judge has previously ordered prosecutors to share any data from the phone that contains materials favorable to the defendants. In several criminal cases Proctor investigated, the NCDAO says it will allow a judge to privately determine what items are relevant to other criminal cases before sharing with defense attorneys. Now, we also have, did I get rid of that? We've filed a motion with the Proctor shit too that's going to come out. So let me pull it up here. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. All right, cool. Let me find this. Just want to make sure I can share this because I don't know if this is public yet, is it? All right. Well, I got to check with 𝗏𝗏𝗺 to make sure I can share this. I'm almost positive I can, but I guess I can share this right now since this is going to come out too. Let me pull this up. You guys may have seen attorney Corey Hopkins, Marbury versus Madison on Twitter. Okay, cool. She's been doing some amazing public records requests into the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, and she's just a queen at this of the FOIAs. All right. Hold on. What's this? Yeah, so this is something she found. It says that this is from Kevin O'Hara to Brian Tully on January 31st. It says, good morning. Please see the attached maps insert report. Map 1 has just the sneaker and fire hydrant marked. Map 2 has all the items marked. The maps can be filtered to show the individual items if needed. Please let me know if specific coordinates. Remember the jurors in trial 1 asked for a cert report and they were told no cert report existed? Well, it looks like it does. This kind of sounds like a report to me. I don't know. And so this is what he sent them. I've never seen this before, but this is apparently, what did he say?
There are no notes from the cert team. I spoke to Lieutenant O'Hara from that unit. There are no notes. They have reports, they have diagrams, they have the mapping raw data. The only thing that I'm currently waiting on and should have in the next few days or so is in relation to, I don't even know if they asked for it, but it's something that I was looking for as far as dispatch logs and ALV data as far as when they were dispatched and when they arrived at 34 Fairview Road, all of which should be logged. Similar to items that's been previously provided in regard to the Norfolk County detective units. There are no notes. From the
Okay,
CERT
so
team.
there are no notes from the CERT team, he said, but then there are notes from the CERT team.
Stamp those with a handheld GPS, as we found. Why we provided the GPS coordinates of each location, because we did stamp those with a handheld GPS as we found items of evidence, and all those locations were turned over with our report. We measured at the desire of the detective, sir. Why we provided
the desire of the detective, he says. Okay. He was one of the only honest cops that was actually out there, like that actually testified. I didn't see any problem necessarily with what he did. What does this one say? This is from, oh, wait, we already have seen this one. Let's see. There's more on here too. What's this one? From Matt M. Oh, this is a good one. I'll pull this one up. And Barros, of course, was very honest, obviously. All right, what do we have here? We have Matt M. sends an email on August 7th, 2023 to Colonel John Mon. And it goes, I've been following the story of Karen Reed. So many people have lost all respect for the state police because of all the publicity. In fact, I'm not afraid of them and will video every encounter I have or see without my protection. So sad. How do we get here? I've talked to family members and friends, and a few people from all over the country have contacted me about the appearance of one of the biggest screw-ups, injustices in the police history. Their words, I did not want to believe in any of this. However, it is simply disgusting, embarrassing, and obvious, not to mention taxpayer funded. I'm sorry. I had your back for years, donated, blah, 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 blah. Okay. This article will be read by tens of thousands of people, maybe more, all over the world, and it is unfortunate. I am disappointed in the state police, the union, and the DA's office. This article, that is August 7th. And so that, I believe, is right after I published the article on 𝗪𝗏 Loughran. And so I believe, I mean, I can't see what that link is to, but I can't imagine what other website this gentleman would be linking his research to. I don't know if anyone else was thoroughly covering the case on August 7th, 2023. Maybe you can check out JFK's channel. Maybe he was right. Oh, right. Now he just jumped on board recently. But I don't know. I don't know who else was covering it back then, but I was certainly on Canton Cover Up part like 95 by them. I don't know. And there was another one from Gregory. There's a Gregory one that wrote in too. And I thought his was interesting. Is this it? No. This is Tully. Oh, this is when they got the that they were going to go to Karen's house to serve her with a search warrant for her phone, but she was in whatchamacallit. Okay. She was in Florida. They had just got a search warrant for her phone because of Natalie. Oh, here's the one from Gregory. This is the one I wanted to share. I thought this was interesting. And I'd love to get Corey on the show sometime. Her and I chatted briefly before. I asked her too close to the show last time, but I'd love to have her on here for future reference. So this is from Gregory on August 8th, 2023. It says, and so this was, and I'll tell you the history. So this was right around this date. Let me see if I can find TV Daily News, Colonel John Mon. Oh, how about this? How about this? I wonder what spawned this sort of activism. Oh, Turtleboy doesn't do anything. Oh, Turtleboy didn't do anything. Oh, no, he just fucking got everything fed to him. Right. Okay, how about this? Can't Cover Up Part 90. August 7th, 2023. Colonel John Mon tells new troopers that MSP's reputation depends on accurate reports. Michael Proctor's report went through Supervisor Brian Tully. Remember I played this?
The second C is courteousness. Be courteous. A simple good morning, ma'am. Good evening, sir, goes a long way. Please, thank you. Can I help you? Extend a hand and a smile. The third C is communication skills. Written, spoken, even body language communicates. Your written reports will have your name on them. Early in your career, they will likely be read by people.
It's another volume's low, I know.
Write them as if your reputation depends on them, because it does. Supervisors throughout the chain of command will read your reports. So will prosecutors, defense attorneys, and people from other agencies.
Again, I don't want to interrupt this, but it's as loud as it can get. I know you can't hear it. No matter how many times you type, I can't hear it. It's loud. It's going to remain the same volume because it is up as loud as you can get. I'm aware that it's not very loud. If I could turn it up, I would. So commenting in the chat that it's not very loud is not going to fix the problem.
Clerks and judges will review your affidavits. Not only is your name on them, but our name, the Massachusetts State Police, is on them as well.
So, remember, your written reports have your name on them. They will likely be read by people who don't yet know you. Write them as if your reputation depends on them, because it does. Supervisors throughout the chain of command will read your reports, and prosecutors and defense attorneys, blah, blah, blah. So you heard it all there. Now, why I thought this was interesting time. He said this at the new commencement for the latest, whoever was just added to the state police, new commencement for new troopers. He's the one that spoke there. And I thought it was interesting because I had written heavily, and this is this is like a Turtleboy original reporting that no one else fucking reported. This is me just going through police reports and noticing shit. Nobody fucking reported this but me. All right. So let's fucking keep that a buck. And it says here, this is a report from Proctor on November 3rd, 2022, when he interviews Sarah Levinson for the first time, and he spells her name wrong. I thought that was interesting. He spelled her name wrong. Okay. And then there was this, and how deceiving is that goddamn picture now that we've seen Sarah Levinson? Jesus Christ. But he's got this report too. When he interviews her, in the report of Sarah Levinson, it says Sarah has known Brian Jr. for 8 years. It was at his house on Friday, January 28th for his birthday. She arrived around 8 p.m. that evening with Julie Nagel. Julie Nagel also spelt wrong. She stated that Mary Kent, Emily Fabiano spelt wrong, Courtney Alba, and Catherine Duty. Both her first and last names are spelt wrong. And I thought that was an interesting one because Catherine Duty is the daughter. So these people were all inside Brian Albert's house prior, except for Bagel and Levinson, prior to John O'Keefe arriving inside the house, because he did go inside the house. So they were there when Colin Albert was there, when he was inside the house, where he remained until 12:33, when he left there with his getaway driver, Allie McCabe. All right. And so they were inside the house and they left, and Catherine Duty's name is spelt wrong. And her dad is Charles Duty. And Charles Duty at the time was the chief of the fire department. Now he's promoted. He's the town manager. He's the highest. He's basically the mayor of Canton after me. But he runs the whole town. And so he's a very well-known name in town. And you don't spell the name Duty wrong if you grew up in Canton like Michael Proctor did. You know that name. But he got her first and her last name spelled wrong. And who else is spelled wrong here? How about this one? Sarah stated Brian Sr., Nicole, and his friend left the house to go to a bar in Canton, but did not know which one. Sarah stated when Brian, Nicole, and Caitlin Albert returned home with a few friends, Matthew and Jennifer McCabe, and Brian Sr.'s friend from earlier, who Sarah did not know. Caitlin Albert is also spelt wrong. All of these people had their names spelt wrong in the report. Okay. Brian Tully is the boss. He needs to be like, dude, you spell all these fucking names wrong. And I asked a bunch of police reached out to me at the time. This is like one of the first articles I wrote was about the spelling errors in the Sarah Levinson report. And they were like, we are taught to get names right, spell names right. It's really important, right? And all of these names are spelt wrong. And Brian Tully approved this report with all these spelling mistakes. And it was like, why did he do that? Unless he's just like, oh, I'm going to protect you. We're going to keep you out of this. You know, you're not going to come up in Google searches if we spell your names wrong, whatever. You know, it was like he was going out of his way to just keep everyone out of it and like, no, we weren't involved in this. We weren't there. But, you know, that's the way he liked it. So, you know, that's the article I wrote on August 7th. And now when you look at this email, it gives you some context to why Gregory wrote this email on August 7th. Okay, let's read Gregory's email. It says, I listened with interest to Colonel Mond's statement during your speech to incoming state troopers regarding how reports should be written as if their reputation and the state police reputation depends on it. Your statements around these remarks have me wondering if you are both aware that Michael Proctor's report on the death of Officer John O'Keefe contains several misspelled names of people who are potentially witnesses or have involvement in the case. I feel the significant number of misspellings is a poor reflection of the quality reputation the state police stands for and has possibly had a negative impact in the trooper investigation of this case. I hope it has not, but I feel I should bring this to your attention as it has caused quite a concern for many citizens that the death of Officer O'Keefe may not be receiving the proper investigation it deserves. Interesting. So let's be clear from that. Like, there can be no doubt about it. That guy who wrote that email, Gregory, he read my article that day, August 7th. He's writing them about the exact topic of that article. Okay. And Gregory's just like felt compelled, whoever Gregory is, God bless you. He felt compelled after reading my article about this story to contact the state police directly and air his grievances. He is petitioning the government. He's telling them, and that's what I do. That's why they don't like me. That's why they decided I needed to go to jail. That is 2023. Because my journalism wasn't just me writing about shit. It was me writing about stuff, other people reading it, and then doing something about it. Contacting the government and airing their grievances with them and saying, this shit needs, what is going on here? As a taxpayer, I have a problem with this. Because if all I was doing was just writing and nobody was responding to it, if no one was outraged, if people weren't taken to the streets, if people weren't standing over overpasses, if people weren't writing emails to the colonel of the Massachusetts State Police, they wouldn't give a fuck about me. They'd be like, okay, he's harmless. He's just an idiot on YouTube crying about shit and writing articles that nobody reads, blah, 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 blah. The problem with my journalism for them was that it got other people to do shit. It got other people. I got arrested for the rolling rally, right? I didn't go alone, did I? There was a couple hundred people there. And that's the problem that they have. The problem that they have is that my journalism was too effective at getting people to open their eyes and realize what was going on around them and to try to do something about it. And if you ask anybody outside the courthouse, if you interview any of these people, these are people who have never participated in a protest in their life. Okay. These are people who have never emailed the state police over anything or even thought to do something like that. But they were pissed and they had their eyes opened because they read Turtleboy and they watched my YouTube presentations and they were like, you know what? I've had enough of this shit. I got to say something. I can't just read this article and be mad about it. I got to get online and I got to write a well-written email to the colonel of the Massachusetts State Police and let him know how I feel. That's activism, folks. That's making a fucking difference in this shit. That's what got them to do shit. Not other nonsense, right? And like, that's what I fucking did. So, you know, at the end of the day, when this shit ends, I know what I fucking did. Fuck anyone who says otherwise. I don't need your fucking validation shit. I know what I fucking did. Right? That's what I fucking did. You do public records requests, emails like that fucking come up. You get dozens and dozens of emails from various McAlberts and their friends. They're not demanding that, oh, you got to do something about JFK. Oh, he's fucking too. Oh, he's really helping out a lot. He's helping freak. You got dozens of emails saying that about me, though. Dozens of emails saying you got to stop Turtleboy. You have to fucking do something to stop this guy. No one fucking else, because we've gotten all these emails in Discovery. There isn't a single email out there saying, you know what, you got to shut up Mike from the Young Jerks. He's out of control. He's smearing the McAlberts. He's helping them too much. You know, he's working for Karen Reed. He's doing none. I didn't see any emails like that. I saw a fucking shitload of saying you need to put Turtleboy in jail. I saw a whole bunch of fucking that. And these cocksuckers had the fucking audacity to sit there and be like, oh yeah, we're the ones that we're out here fucking fighting for Karen. Motherfucker, you didn't do shit. Fucking grifting ass bitches. You fucking fake washed up rapper pieces of shit. Talking about fuck, oh, I gotta record him. Motherfucker, what? Shut up. Shut up. Anyway, back to this. All right. So, yeah, and I hope to see you guys at the courthouse. Nice to see you, Rat House Media, in the chat. Love your stuff. Thank you. Big fan. Hope to see you guys on December 5th. You know, we want a big show in that day, man. That's a big goddamn day in court, isn't it? All right. What else do we have here? So that's Gregory's email. That was a good one. Do you have any others? Okay, I saw more. I don't know where they're all coming from. I definitely saw them on here. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Oh yeah, they hired a new attorney too. If you watch, see, this is I'm not a big fan of this. Nick Rocco writes, if you watch the October 8th hearing, you will fully understand why Ben is taking over. So again, this is when Nick Rocco writes something, just understand this is Karen Reed talking. Okay. So Karen Reed is basically saying, and I'm not being petty, I'm just calling it what it is. Like, this is not Nick Rocco. He's not saying this himself. Okay. That if you watch the October 8th hearing, you will understand why Ben is taking over. Because this is a fucking direct shot at the last lawyer. This is like them like saying, Steve Boozang, you fucking sucked. That's what this is. Let's keep it a buck. That's what this tweet is saying. Yeah, like Steve Boozang sucked. Now we watched, that was clearly like a direct shot at Steve Boozang. Like, bro, you fucking sucked and you're benched, you're fired. That's what that means. Now, Boozang was bad. Okay. Like we all watched it. It was a disaster. Okay. And, because he just was unprepared, and it was so unlike anything involving a Karen Reed case, because usually her team is so prepared, over prepared. They come with everything and ready to rock, ready to go. And he didn't have any case law or any of this stuff. So I can just imagine, oh my God, somebody's been on the receiving end of that. I can just imagine the tongue lashing that Steve Boozang got after court that day. It was probably not pretty. So he's fired. And so they got the new guy in here. Okay. The new guy's name is Benjamin 𝗵𝗏𝗧, Esquire. And he put out some sort of statement about this. I forget. Let's see. What's this? Look at this. Maybe physically, but not mentally there. I'm telling you, like, Nick Rocco would not go online and diss Karen Reed's attorney like that if he didn't have permission to do it. I'm telling you that right now. And that's not a shot at anybody. It's just stating facts. But yeah, Boozang was not good. And apparently, good. And that's what you need to do. If you're not happy with your lawyer, you fucking get rid of him. I mean, I'm all for that. I would do the same thing. Or, depending on how much money I'd invested in him, I might be like, all right, dude, that can't happen again. That cannot happen again. You need to be better than that. But anyway, So that's that. Okay, what else do we got here? I had something else here. More things that I found in the records request. Oh, she didn't understand it. How about this one? Imitation. So Valerie here, she's a groupie. She says, imitation is the serious form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. And she tags him. Hope he sees this, bro. Hope he sees this. Don't worry. He's going to like that one. So I don't know if she understands. I don't know if Valerie understands, ma'am, but I just wanted to clear this up. And I said it in response. Ma'am, this is a Halloween costume. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the concept of Halloween. You get dressed up as somebody who's not you. It's quite literally the whole point of Halloween is to imitate someone else. Like, for instance, you could dress up as a clown. You're not actually imitating a clown, or like you don't actually want to be a clown. You are just it's a costume. Like, you go as someone else. That's quite literally the whole point. I'm not sure if she understands the concept of what Halloween is, but that is that's what Halloween is. Okay. And we're going to talk about these douchebags too. We're going to get to that. All right. Yeah, where the fuck was it though? There was some report from July 28th involving Buchanan. Does anyone see that one out there? Does anyone know where I can find that? I got a copy of it somewhere. Give me a sec. I'll find it. It was in the public records request that was done. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Give me one sec. All right, I got something else I can read. Actually, is this it? No. Had it somewhere. All right, we'll find it. If anybody has a screenshot or picture of those emails from July 28th, I can't find it right now, from 𝗫𝗫𝗄𝗃 and 𝗃𝗏𝗃 about me. The one about me, that one. Because we never got that in discovery. It's fucked up. Like, we're finding shit out from public records requests. Okay, but right now I want to go over real quick my motion, the latest 𝗏𝗏 motion of the ocean here. All right. Involving Proctor. Okay. So we are asking for Rule 14 stuff. And this is about to compel the production to disclose electronic communications and items, including but not limited to messages to and from State Police Trooper Michael Proctor, disgraced one, including videos, blah, 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 extracted from his personal cell phone that are in the DA's custody and control. Mr. Proctor's misconduct was exposed during the 2024 trial of Karen Reed. He was terminated for, among other reasons, sending derogatory, defamatory, disparaging, and otherwise inappropriate text messages, blah, 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 blah. Mr. Proctor's egregious misconduct came to light during the federal investigation. Mr. Proctor has sworn that he was the lead investigator in the Reed case. When did he say this? And this is another thing we couldn't reveal. So like during the trial when 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗺 was on the stand and they kept asking him, who's the lead, was Proctor the lead detective? And he just would not admit it. Oh, well, you have to do more than 50% of the work and nobody does that. So there is no lead detective and blah, 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 just lying. Well, as it turns out, at my grand jury on December 14th, Michael Proctor was a witness and he testified himself that he was the lead investigator in my case. He testified to that. And so did 𝗬𝗨. So they all knew. As detailed in her 2 trials for alleged criminal responsibility for the death of John O'Keefe, his misogynistic and outrageous text message evinced his actual bias and hatred of Miss Reed. Mr. Kearney reported extensively on the case prior to the October 11th arrest. He repeatedly criticized the case against Miss Reed, which focused on his belief that Mr. Proctor was a corrupt trooper who helped frame Miss Reed for Mr. O'Keefe's death and then protected the actual killer or killers. Mr. Proctor was involved in the investigation that led to the instant indictments against Mr. Kearney. He communicated directly with 𝗵𝗧𝗃, 𝗬𝗨, 𝗬𝗨, Fanning, and 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗀 before Mr. Kearney's arrest. In a text message, on July 13th, 2023, in an email to the officials listed in the preceding paragraph, Mr. Proctor disparaged Mr. Kearney as blank. So he's got a special pet name for me. You can't read them because this is under protective order for some reason, so you can't see what a shitbag he is. On September 3rd, 2023, in a group text chain including DA Morrissey, 𝗵𝗏𝗃, and others, I am unable to determine who else was included on this text chain because the prosecution provided us with a blurry screenshot rather than a legible copy from an extraction report of Proctor's phones. So this is over a month before I'm arrested in a group chat. Proctor tells 𝗵𝗏𝗃, Morrissey, and others, and Mr. Kearney disparaged me as something. Okay. And this was this September 3rd, 2023 text message from Proctor is the most, like, it's insane we can't show this. It's fucking insane that we can't show the contents of this text message because it just shows and it proves that they had nothing. Okay? That they had nothing, that there was absolutely no basis or rationale for arresting me, and that they knew that. They knew that. And they just fucking went forward with it anyway because I annoyed them. Because they're getting emails about me. And I was just a problem. I mean, it's just so fucking fucked up and transparently corrupt. On December 14th, Proctor testified before the grand jury, which ultimately returned the indictments in the instant case. He explained he was the lead investigator, which eventually led Mr. Kearney to frequently criticize him in these articles. Proctor described a voicemail he received from Mr. Kearney in which the latter identified himself as a journalist and asked Mr. Proctor to answer numerous questions, including why he concealed his relationship with the Alberts, why he lied about the time he towed Miss Reed's car, and why police reports were rife with misspelled names of key witnesses. Proctor alleged that Mr. Kearney intended to intimidate him during a rolling rally, which appeared outside his home. Proctor swore that although he wasn't home, he watched the event on camera installed by the state police, that he observed a protester park on his lawn and another spit at his house. And again, there's poll camera footage, and none of that shit happened. None of that shit happened. So he just lied. And why are we bringing this all up? Because Cosgrove, like all these Proctor text messages, we want to read them too. And Cosgrove's position is, I'm not calling Proctor as a witness. In your case, he's not a witness. We don't have to give you shit. We don't have to give you his text messages because he's not involved. He's not a party to this case. He was not an investigator in this case, right? And he's not a party to this case. Oh, but he was. Oh, but he was. Is this what do I got him? The trial channel has him today. That's where I want to go to. I want to go to the trial channel. Something. Hold on. The trial channel. Twitter. Follow them on Twitter. Hold on. Is this the one? No. Oy. All right. I guess I will have to just, somebody's sending me a picture of them in text. So I just got to download and send it to myself. All right. Give me one moment. Come on. There it is. This one. And this one. All right. All right. So check this out. So how fucked up is this? So, where'd it go? There it is. I'm a little all over the place tonight. Bear with me. So this is an email that 𝗵𝗂𝗄𝗆 sent to 𝗃𝗏 on July 8th, 2023. It says, please, and notice who's CC'd on it. Michael Proctor. Okay, Michael Proctor is CC'd on this email. Please see attached report. I'm sorry for the delay, but the DA had me helping 𝗃𝗏 with the responses to those media outlets. So the media outlets were like asking the DA's office about, you know, the fucked up investigation. And for some reason, 𝗵𝗂𝗄𝗆 is doing PR work with David 𝗃𝗏. He's the PR guy. Okay. And it says here, I will start work on the Alberts now. Let me know if anything you want me to fix. Also, I left the case number out since we have not generated one yet. Let me know what you want me to do or just wait for you to do it. Now, a case number. What do you mean there's no case number? Are they talking? Because my case didn't exist at the time. So are they saying that is that what they're saying here? Because there's no case yet. There's no witness intimidation case. Clearly, this is about me. This is July 28th, 2023. This is when things start ramping up. This is a week after the rolling rally, 3 days after the protest outside of court on July 25th, when I remember what was the nexus of my charges? 𝗵𝗂𝗄𝗆 claims that I taped him in the bathroom. He claims I wiretapped his ass in the bathroom because you remember I said I was in the bathroom with him, and after he left, I started videotaping myself, and I'm like, hey, so you guys planted that tail, right? He wasn't even in the bathroom with me. I was alone. He doesn't say anything else. There's no audio intercepted because he's not there. It's just a fucking bit I was doing, and I posted it. And they used that video in their warrant to apply for the warrant, in their affidavit to apply for the warrants to search my car, my house, and my devices. So, anyway, it's like right around this time. So it's clearly involving them. And this report, it's like, what's he talking about? I don't have a, you know? And so there's a couple issues with this. Number one, oh, there it is. It says McCabe harassment. So that's how you know it's about me. So Cosgrove's new position is that Michael Proctor has nothing to do with my case. He's not a witness. He was not involved in the investigation. Why the fuck is he CC'd on the emails? Anyone answer that one for me? Why is he CC'd on the emails if he's not involved in the investigation? Why does he need to be updated on this? You tell me that. Sounds like Cosgrove's lying. I mean, it's just amazing. Like Cosgrove knows that Proctor was involved. Like Jennifer McCabe's not CC'd on the emails, and she's just a witness in the case, right? If Proctor's just a witness in the case and not involved in the investigation itself, why is he CC'd on the emails? Who can explain that one? And more importantly, we've asked for all discoverable relevant emails pertaining to the investigation into me. We've never gotten this email. I'm seeing this for the first time on Twitter. I've never seen this before. We are entitled to all this shit, and people are getting this shit in public records requests. People are doing FOIAs and getting shit that we're not getting. How corrupt is this? So that's the 28th. Then there's the email, also from the 28th. I already have that one. What's this one? This is July 29th. It's from 𝗀𝗄𝗆 𝗧𝘂𝗍 about Albert's harassment. See attached. Let me know if I missed something that needs to be added. Printed documentation will be added. Again, it says Albert's harassment, not McCabe's harassment. Proctor is CC'd on the email. Oh, how about this? Actually, I forgot to mention the live episodes. This is the updated version. July 29th. I forgot. So what we haven't even gotten whatever the attachment is in this email. What is this? What does he have? What report is this? We've never seen this before. So they're literally just hiding shit from us that pertains to my case, right? And they're claiming that Proctor is not a material witness in my case. So let's pull this up. All right. Proctor alleged that Kearney intended to intimidate him during a rolling rally. We went over this. Proctor explained that Mr. Kearney accused him of being corrupt and conflicted and of essentially just trashing me. He noted he had never been accused of misconduct or of being the subject of an internal affairs investigation. He said that at my grand jury, which was true at the time. But how's that looking for you now, Proctor? How's your job going, pal? How's that going? I'm going to see my kids tomorrow. Are you? I'm going to get them on the bus tomorrow morning. Are you? How's your fucking soon-to-be ex-wife doing? Huh? How's that going for you? Proctor explained that how he was involved in an investigation to whether a police dispatcher improperly accessed information which was used to identify Jennifer McCabe's vehicle. Yes, he did. His testimony resulted in him being a named victim in an indictment against Mr. Kearney. At trial, the defense will argue the state police investigation of Mr. Kearney was conflicted, biased, and conducted in bad faith. Proctor's role in the investigation, including his personal conduct and potential bias against Mr. Kearney, are key components. On October 16th, 2025, the DA acknowledged to the defense in the Brian Walsh case that it had recently extracted Proctor's cellular phone and was in actual possession of hundreds of thousands of items, including texts, emails, blah, blah, blah. Notably, the DA was surprised by the volume of the materials it discovered on Proctor's phone due to his counsel's prior representations that Proctor changed cell phones in February 2024 and auto-deleted everything every 30 days. Mr. Proctor's attorney truthfully reported to the DA what he had been told by Mr. Proctor, who almost certainly lied to his attorney. On October 16th, notice to the Walsh defense, the DA acknowledged that some of the materials extracted from Proctor's phone were discoverable and or favorable to defendants in cases in which Proctor was a witness. According to published reports, among the discoverable communications extracted from his phone, thousands of messages, including racial slurs and offensive, inappropriate language. He also had homophobic comments. Disgusting messages he sent were made about subjects of investigations, defendants, and state police colleagues. He had possible bias. Undisclosed evidence extracted from his phone is so inflammatory and harmful to his credibility that the executive board of the state police withdrew its support for Proctor after it became aware of the materials. They said, quote, the discovery of new evidence from Proctor's cell phone as the basis to sever its support for him. The union hoped that its abandonment of Proctor would close a deeply embarrassing part of Massachusetts State Police history. Do you understand how badly they have to fuck? Do you know how bad this shit is? This is so, whatever is on there for the state police union to leave you like that, dude. Like, let me pull this up. State police union can't cover up Proctor. Let's see what comes up. Oh, no, TV Daily News, I guess. Huh. So remember what the union did early on in my reporting with this. If you guys, actually, let me see if I can pull up the May 2023. Hold on. May 3rd, 2023, Karen Reed hearing. Let's see if I can find that. Can I find like the whole thing? All right, check this out. So this is the first time I ever attended a Karen Reed.
Rule 17 motions.
Okay, and I noticed in the crowd here. Look at this. See this guy, this bald guy here, and that bald guy right there. They had people standing in the freaking.
Falsely charged with killing John O'Keefe. Prior to 15 months ago, my client was employed in two prestigious positions.
3.
Prior to 15 months ago, she had a robust.
See this guy? That's Patrick McNamara of the state police. Oh, that's the outfit that Natalie didn't like that I was wearing there. And those guys right there are from the state police union. Patrick McNamara is the head of the state police union. So they were there as a show of support for Michael Proctor. And in July of 2023, he released this ridiculous statement, right, saying, which he has since taken down from the state police's website. The members of the Norfolk County DA's State Police Detective Unit have been the subject of personal attacks from criminal defense attorneys and the media for doing their jobs. As we all know, in homicide investigations, they work at the direction of the DA. The state police work under extreme conditions, professionally and comprehensively perform homicide investigations. They followed the evidence where it led. The evidence was presented to the DA's office by the DA's office to a grand jury. Agenda-based outlets have baselessly smeared our members' names and reputation. There have been gatherings at our members' homes with the intent to intimidate their families. So before I was ever charged with witness intimidation, the state police union was already putting out public statements that Michael Proctor was the victim of witness intimidation. For the work performed in this investigation, Trooper Proctor has been personally defamed in the media and in court. This is not only wrong, but unacceptable. It's unacceptable to say mean things about Michael Proctor. Harassing and intimidating any witness is illegal. We stand with you, Mike, not Trooper Proctor. We stand with you, Mike, as we do all state police detectives. I would ask that we all stand with Trooper Proctor in our pursuit for justice for John O'Keefe. Fucking loser. Loser guy. You're a loser. He put that out there. And I was fucking right. And he was wrong. They've taken it down since then. So that's the union. Even when all this shit was out there about Proctor, they still stood by him. They knew what a scumbag he was. They didn't give a fuck. They just kept standing by him because they didn't care. Right? And now, oh, wait, here's his phone. Oh, yeah, it turns out he's exactly who we fucking told you he was. He's exactly who we told you he was. And, oh, yeah, whatever. So my point here is that even the union is turning on him now. Even the union said that they were the discovery of new evidence in his cell phone as the basis to sever their ties to him. Whatever is in there is really, really bad. Okay. And it caused them to say that we can't even do business with guy. Like, we can't even be associated with him anymore. He doesn't get our union lawyer anymore. He's out. The union is the one that said, get the fuck out of here, Proctor. You're done. Okay. On October 21st, and they called it close a deeply embarrassing. I mean, they call it a deeply embarrassing chapter in state police history. Whatever's on those phones is so bad, dude. So bad. Bettero emails Special Prosecutor Cosgrove with a very specific demand for any recently discovered Proctor communications that might impair his credibility. Cosgrove responded he wouldn't provide the defense with the requested information. Like, that's wild. Why? He declined to disclose anything related to Proctor because Proctor didn't play an investigative role in the investigation of Mr. Kearney. So why is he being CC'd on emails about the investigation into me? Why? Why? And he also testified at the grand jury. He would not be a prosecution witness. Bro, he's already been a prosecution witness. He testified at the grand jury. So how is he not a prosecution witness? Instead, he invited the defense to bring our concerns to the court. So that's what we're doing. His refusal to disclose specifically demanded evidence. And we wrote this motion before we saw those emails in the public records request. We did not have those because they were withheld from us. Again. In case you want to see how corrupt these motherfuckers are. They withheld this shit from us. Evidence, we need all this, which advance our that the investigation was corrupt. We have a right to it all. The communications on his cell phone are discoverable. So we need it all. And of course, all of our exhibits are basically redacted, except for this other motion there. So that's our motion with Proctor. We want all that shit. And, bro, have I not been right about everything with this case? Have I gotten anything wrong with this so far? I'm just curious. I fail to see what I've gotten wrong on any of this shit. And it's like, you saw how packed that courtroom was on May 3rd, 2023. No one was going to hearings before that. So, all right, cool. All right, let me read some turtle chats. You're a loser guy. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let me start with the cash apps. All right, we got Michael sends $25 and goes, in regard to Proctor's phone, look up Amanda's Law. Okay, I will. Thank you. Michael also said, no, I read the one. Amy sends $10 and goes, motion for the Lauren eyebrows. Okay. If we might have to do that again. We might have to do that. Thank you. Melly sends $15 and goes, just because. Well, thank you so much, Melly. Is that Melly from the YouTube presentations that we watched on my channel the other day? Excellent job, Melly. Thank you. Diana sends $15 and goes, free Turtle Boy and fuck them haters. Amen, girlfriend. Thank you very much. All right, here we go again. Let's see. Let me refresh the turtle chat. See what we got here. Oh, okay. We got a few. Okay. All right. Sharon sends $10, goes, Mike Crawford is a liberal, and like most of them, he can't be trusted. They operate with sneaky back channel tactics and will stab you in the back the second it benefits them. I don't think that's a characteristic unique to liberals at all, so I have to disagree with that one. I will thank you for the $10. I do appreciate that. I mean, it's just like, but it's like, I can't, you know what I mean? If you're cool, like, I just don't pretend to be a supporter, Mike, is all I'm saying. Like, you obviously don't support what I do. You stream off it, you make money in super chats off it. I get all that, but you don't really. I've never seen Mike at a court date of mine. Can't remember that ever seeing him there for any of that shit. So, and I got it. People work, people got shit to do, but it's just, I've failed to see where, you know what I mean? It's like, again, I've done nothing wrong to the fucking guy. I've been nothing but nice to him. I've been cool with him. I've been respectful of him, but the respect, let's be honest, the respect appears to be a one-way street, does it not? I mean, he sat up here staring at the chat, looking at you guys, calling you guys, what do you call you? Dick riders? Dick riders. What the fuck does that mean? Because you support me? Like, that's, I mean, what does he say then? So anyway, nobody would even, if it wasn't for me, Mike Crawford be having 100 people in his fucking chat talking about Ayanna Pressley and shit. Like, that's what he had before this. Thanks. The dick riders, as he calls them, are the people populating his fucking chat and sending him super chats. So there you go. There's that. Disrespectful is all I'm saying. And shout out. And by the way, if you haven't smashed that subscribe button, I see 9,000 people in the chat. It's great to see. Oh, Turtle Boy's dying though. Then why is every show I do have more people than the last one? You tell me that one. I don't know. So again, we are up to 163,796 subscribers. We're 200 away from 164,000. Can we get 204 people right now of the 9,000 people watching to smash that subscribe button? Do it. Go ahead. All right, next. Okay. I'm going to take the poll down. What was the final poll? 78% have no nudes on their phone. Well, that doesn't sound like fun. Okay. Next. Wisconsin Farm Gal sends $25, goes, hey, Daddy, are you feeling okay? I can't believe it took you until part 5 to call Lauren a cunt. And yes, we're going to get to her next. She's up next on the agenda. Yeah, I'm trying not to use that word as much, but it's what she is. She's a bad person. She's not a good person. She's actually a really shitty person. And I have really strong feelings about her. And I really want to get Christina on my show. Maybe I'll try reaching out to her again. Dumpster Drew sends $20, goes, can you let the chat know that Ray from Dallas is fine and not dead? Thank you, Dr. Daddy. I did see Ray in the chat earlier, so it appears as if he's good. Glad to hear. Hope you're doing well, Ray from Dallas. And somebody came as you for Halloween. A woman. It was Lauren Murray came as you for Halloween. So you've already got fans. So thank you very much. Tara sends $25, goes, good citizen. What happened to Jill? Wasn't she charged for assaulting you? Status. Oh, yeah, she was. And then it got swept under the rug and they did like 6 months of pretrial probation. And then that was the end of that. So there's that. Christina sends $20 and goes, hello, I saw you on the trail today. I didn't want to bother you, but quick hi to show you we support you, your quality news reporting. Was that you? Somebody said I'm walking. So I climbed Mount Wachusett today with the kids. And we did like a tougher, like Mount Wachusett for those. It's like It's the premier mountain of central Massachusetts. Okay, it's the only mountain, and it's where everybody skis. And it's got this time of year. It's like white people love that shit. We love climbing Mount Wachusett in October or early November. We love that shit. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. We have to do it. And so, like once a year, like there's different ways to get up the mountain. And we used to do the easiest way up, the shortest one up. But now this year we went with a little longer route and the steeper route because the kids are getting older, 8 and 10 now. And, you know, they did it. The boy was a little bit, you know, complaining. But we got all the way up there. And then on the way down, we walked by only one person said Turtleboy. Like this woman was like, "Hey, Turtleboy." And like, "Hey, how you doing?" And so I guess that's Christina. So nice to meet you, Christina. So thank you very much. Hope you had a good day. It was beautiful, beautiful weather. We got back in time for 12 to watch the New England Patriots fucking murder the Cleveland Browns. And again, quick rant about this. Every week it just keeps getting better to be a New England Patriots fan. Drake May is the MVP of the National Football League if the season ended today, and it's not particularly close. Okay, probably Mahomes and Allen are close behind. Maybe Jared Goff you throw in there. I don't know, right? But like though, Drake fucking May is beyond a real deal, and I hope people realize now he's going to be a problem for you. Like I hope all the people out there, just Drake maybe. Have you seen his deep ball? Tom Brady didn't throw deep balls like that. Drew Bledsoe was a deep ball thrower, but he didn't throw it like that. I have never seen anybody as accurate on the deep ball as he's like 70. I think 70% of his throws over 20 yards are connecting. He's 23 years old, dude. He's going to be here for a long fucking time. He just has to learn that. What's his biggest weakness? He runs too much, right? And he's going to get himself hurt. He's got to be careful. Once he learns how to slide, the whole league is fucked. And, the Patriots have an easy schedule. It's a fake 6-2. You play the schedule you're dealt, first of all. We'd kill anyone right now. We got Tampa Bay coming up in a couple weeks. That's obviously a big litmus test, right? And then we got Buffalo again. And then maybe Lamar Jackson will be back for the Ravens game. Those are the only 3 games on the schedule that are remotely concerning at this point. Done. The Bengals, Jets twice. They won today. That was cute. Nice to hear that. Yeah, you're right. Daniel Jones having a good season. That's true too. But it's gonna be a problem for you guys. I hope you guys, the rest of the league, realizes this. And like, I was gonna be happy just to make the playoffs this year. That would be so cool. But I'm like, oh no, actually, I want to win the Super Bowl again. Fuck it. Why not now? Let's just skip to the front of the line. Fuck all this shit. I don't want to wait in line anymore. I was going to be like content with like a 4 or 5 year program getting up there. We'd be good. Just be happy. Year 1 to get in the playoffs, lose to somebody. Good season. Next year, maybe we win a wild card game, progress. Then we're in the AFC Championship, maybe a Super Bowl game down the road. So now, fuck it. Let's just skip the line right to the Super Bowl. That's because that's the Patriot way. We don't fucking wait. We don't rebuild. We reload. That's what we do here. Okay, we go right to the fucking Super Bowl. We're not the Bills. We fucking skip the line. That's what we do here. And you're right. We beat the Browns today, and the Browns suck. And last week we beat the Titans, and the Titans suck. And we beat the Saints, and the Saints suck. And blah 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 blah. Okay, I don't care. We also beat the Bills. You ever heard of them? At Buffalo, we went and did that. And by the way, we're not just beating these teams; we're murdering them. We're fucking murdering them. And that's the Patriot way right there. That's what it's like to be a Patriots fan. That is what we grew up with. We didn't grow up watching close fucking games on Sundays, right? We grew up watching fucking 56-9 or some shit like that every single fucking week. They're back. We don't stop. Okay. They're off. We got 3 field goals to start. Oh, maybe they don't get. I don't even worry about it anymore. Like once we start putting our foot on the gas, we're just going to fucking murder you. That's what we're going to do. So get used to it. This is your new normal. Drake May is going to be here for like 20 fucking years. And it's going to suck to be all you. Myles Garrett had 5 sacks today. Fine. He does that against everyone. I don't give a shit. We're good. So anyway, back to this. Thank you. Great to meet you, Christina. I don't know how I got started on that. Heather sends $5 and goes, I would send more, but I'm legit poor. Sorry. Never apologize for that. Listen, Turtle, Raul Valley is factually guilty. He instigated the fight and then ran back into the fight past his friend that he was protecting. High school kids fight. They don't bring knives and fist fights. We should follow the Alan Jackson case in California where they overcharged 𝗵𝗲𝗄𝗏. And I might look into that too, the 𝗵𝗲𝗄𝗏 thing. But first of all, I don't understand how Jimmy McGrath got stabbed if he wasn't involved in the fight. Can you explain that one to me? You know, and yeah, he got a knife because he was outnumbered like 100-1. You're right. They did go back there. He didn't drive back there though. Why are the other two guys, the one that started the fight? Why wasn't he 𝗬𝗏? Why wasn't he charged? You know, all these people contributed to this. And Raul was getting the shit kicked out of him in that fight. Everybody testified to that. What is that? The face on steel, the only black kid involved in the whole thing. He got stabbed in the toe, I believe, by what's his face? By Raul. He's like, I think his testimony, we're gonna go over that trial. He was basically like, yeah, so I was kicking him in the face and shit. I was kicking him and shit. Oh, so you guys were kicking the fuck out of him and you got stabbed in the foot. Sucks. That's not a fucking crime. It's called karma. Don't fucking kick people when they're down. You won't get stabbed. And Jesus Christ. All right, next. Sylvia sends $25, goes, I attended my first Turtleboy Halloween party and loved interacting with so many beautiful people. DJ Matty Mo was amazing. Yes, he was. Dressed up as Lauren Matthias and loved starting a conversation about it with everyone. That's right. I thank you, Auntie Deb, for making an appearance. They often say, don't meet your heroes, but I truly did enjoy meeting you, Aidan. Well, it was my pleasure meeting you, Sylvia, and you were great company. So thank you. Thank you very much. Next, Mia sends, how much did she send here? $5 and goes, Turtleboy, can you please ask the Glare which episode Karen was on his show? He said the other night that he and Billy Bush were the only two shows she has been on. I would like to see the episode. It was one of his fundraisers that she showed up on for 15-20 minutes, I believe. She was in the car. I think she's on it twice, actually. She's gone on his show. So it was definitely one of the fundraisers that she did for him. You won't find her on JFK's show for any fundraisers because he's never done one. Actually, he's never done one, but he just enriched himself. They did have a thing the other night for 𝗺𝗲𝗃. Okay. An unfortunate gentleman who was passed away after being George Floyded by the Haverhill Police Department. And they claimed, right, that like money was going to 𝗺𝗃𝗃 or something like that. They're like 50, like, oh, this is a fund. They decided after the fact that actually this is a fundraiser for the guy that got stabbed or got George Floyded in Haverhill. But I don't see him like anywhere on this. Like I see JFK, James Jackson, the Young Jerks will all be there. $50 to get in. Send it to the Cash App or my Venmo. Yeah, just Venmo James because he's not on anything. Just send it to him. That was totally right. Justice for 𝗺𝗃𝗃. Right. And what does he need? Like he's dead. So who? I don't even understand what the money's for. Okay. Like what is the? You know. And you know. So they're like, you know, who's representing the 𝗺𝗃𝗃 family, as they call them, 𝗺𝗃𝗃. I don't even know. Are we even allowed to say things that rhyme with 𝗺𝗃𝗃? Are we even allowed to do that, or is that, I don't know. I was also told you can't say trigger. I don't know. I don't know the rules, but you know, maybe James should pay his child support first. That's might be what I would do first. But I digress. So anyway, I don't see anything on these advertisements for like we're raising money for 𝗺𝗃𝗃 or anything like that. I don't see anything like that. And apparently they did a 50-50. Oh, send Cash App 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃 781 $50. Okay. 2 days. What do we got here? 2 days. The boys are back. Okay. Buy your tickets. Okay. Mike from the Young Jerks is going to be there. Okay. So, you know, go get your tickets for that. I don't see anything on there about like, this is for 𝗺𝗃𝗃. We're raising money for him. And oh yeah, who represents his family? Oh, that's right. Tim Bradel does. My lawyer does. And who represents and the 𝗪𝐿cy Fitzsimmons thing too. I'm 100% in support of 𝗪𝐿𝐶ie 𝗵𝗂𝗧. I've been over why I can't really do a fair deep dive into that is because I'm biased. We have the same, she's also represented by Tim Bradel, right? And I wonder how many, all these people out there, you know, I mean, they're all about this justice for 𝗪𝐿𝐶ie 𝗵𝗂𝗧, and I'm for that, right? But here's a fucking fact. None of them would even know who the fuck 𝗪𝐿𝐶ie 𝗵𝗂𝗧 was if she wasn't represented by Tim Bradel. That's a fucking fact. And why is Tim Bradel significant? Because he fucking represents me. I mean, these fucking people, they don't get it. But anyway, because I did see somebody that attended the party, and I'm not saying any names or anything like that. It was very disappointing to see this. It was like a boots on the ground person, somebody who claims to be a supporter of mine, right? And afterwards, they tweeted out, let me see if I can find it. Actually, give me 1 second. I was like, oh, I see what's happening here. Give me 1 second. What the fuck his name is? Sean in the Golf stupid group there that I'm in. I forget what it's called. Yeah, of course, 𝗪𝗏𝗏. Of course, 𝗪𝗏𝗏 was there too. Of course she was. You know, because 𝗪𝗏𝗏's going to show up. 𝗪𝗏𝗏 is basically just an anti-Turtleboy troll at this time. And so she's going to support and suck up to anyone who, you know, she believes is, you know, taking slights at me. And so, of course, she shows up and, you know, it does what she always does. Oh, I'm going to make it all about me and watch me dance and do this and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, be the useful idiot. So, yeah, here she is. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, there's 𝗪𝗏𝗏. Again, 𝗪𝗏𝗏 is a person who gives money to Twisted Tragedies, whose entire existence revolves around me and Kearney going to jail. And 𝗪𝗏𝗏 gives her money on the regular and is a regular supporter of her chat. Okay. And oh, here she is. Here she is. There's 𝗪𝗏𝗏 showing up, looking for attention. There's a camera there. She's going to be there. And she's, believe me, she's going to make it all about her. All of it. All of it. This man, thank you. But you know, you have no idea. You are a diamond in the rough, my friend. Okay. Sure thing, 𝗪𝗏𝗏. Sure thing. What do we have over here? What's this one? What's this one? Best night, best hosts, best speakers, best humans and friends. Dance party wasn't too bad either. Money Making Mike. Dude, she's just so fucking pathetic. I just can't get over how fucking pathetic she is. Remember, this is a person who literally just, you know, has done this her entire life. Check out the spaces that the Purple Kool-Aid Man did about, you know, how she's done this at the Johnny Depp trial and all the shit. You know, she has literally given money and is a regular supporter of Twisted Tragedies. And this is a person who pretends that she actually gives a fuck about Cameron Reed or anything like that. She clearly does not. She was 1000% in this to be on TV. That is fucking it. It was the cool thing to do. Everyone else is doing it. Cameras are around. 𝗪𝗏𝗏's going to fucking be there. Period. And so, yeah, I mean, one of the boots, what is the Sean of the Golf Facebook group called again? I forget what it's called. I'm in it, I think. Yeah. What is the name of the group called? Oh, Going Through the Motions. That's what it is. Okay. Oh, did they finally kick me out? Or no, am I not? Hold on. Hold on. I'm logged in on this one. Hold on. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. There it is. All right. Yeah. I mean, this is a post. So I'm not going to like say this person's name or anything like that, but it says it's on there. It's pictures from that night and all that stuff. And it just says fresh air at 39,000 feet. Justice for Jigga. Justice for 𝗀𝗄𝗄𝗆. That's it. Justice for Turtleboy. Fuck Turtleboy. Like, that's basically like, so if you went to this shit, I don't know how you can possibly say with a straight face that you support me. I mean, how the fuck do you attend something like this? And like, yeah, I'm going to go and throw my money at these fucking idiots who clearly fucking are working against me, who are saying shit on their shows, accusing me of fucking crimes, right? With the intention of getting me jammed up and getting my fucking bail revoked, right? If you fucking don't fucking go to there and fucking tell me to my fucking face that you fucking support me. You don't. You fucking don't. And I mean that. It's like, and you can message me privately if you want to fucking talk about it. It's like, but you know, the boot, I'm not even going to, I don't want to embarrass anyone publicly. I mean, I could, like the content creators, especially, you know, that did that. But like, do you want attention? You want attention that badly, huh? Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, we want to go and support this shit. I mean, I expect that from 𝗪𝗧𝗧, quite frankly. That's standard for fucking 𝗪𝗧𝗧. But yeah. Okay. Next. Susie sends $7 and goes, all the costumes were so amazing. I want to shout out the couple with the Proctor text shirts. And I think I saw a sexy Ray from Dallas. She was my favorite. That was Lauren. Also, can you play the video of 𝗵𝗵𝗆? Thanks, Daddy. I will try to find it if I can find it. If somebody wants to send it to me, I'll play it. Mia sends $5 and says, Turtleboy, can you please ask the glare which episode? And I already read the one. Next one. Rhonda sends $5, goes, Daddy, I don't know how much I needed you in my life, but I'm new and you're it, baby. Well, thank you, Rhonda. I'm happy to be in your life. You know? Next. You know, because I'm going to be honest, like when I see justice for Jigga and justice for 𝗀𝗄𝗄𝗆, it's like, bro, you wouldn't even know who these people are if not for me. You only know who they are because they're represented by Tim Bradel, my fucking lawyer. And now you're like, I'm for justice for them, but not Turtleboy. So like, don't act like that's not a fucking shot. Don't fucking act like you're literally saying we want justice for all of these people except Turtleboy. Because we're here supporting somebody who wants Turtleboy in fucking jail. Fuck Turtleboy. That's what that was, right? How about this? Come on, Turtleboy. You say you treat people based on how they treat you. Why can't they do the same? Fair question. Fair question. Okay. But if somebody that I claim to be supporting, right? And there was some channel that fucking just shit on like, okay, how about this? Like, it's like Krusty. Would you, if Krusty Panties did nothing wrong to you, would you support her? Would you? I mean, she did nothing to you, right? Yeah, sure. Her entire existence revolves around putting me in jail, but she's done nothing to you, right? That's essentially what you're saying right now. Okay. So there you go. So I stand with the glare. That's where I stand with the actual dick riders. They literally are. I mean, it was pathetic. It was pathetic. All right, next. Woohoo Worldwide sends $25 and goes, I love watching haters question your credibility, especially when you reveal the receipts. I'm laughing thinking about the viewers who might not get your costume. Free Turtleboy and free the woohoo. Thank you very much, sir. Hey, McBrow Daddy sends $10, goes, Proctor's phone, my guess, has N-bombs, F-bombs, and dick pics. Maybe. Emily sends $5, goes, you think 𝗁𝗂𝗄𝗆 is going to get his enlargement of time request granted? Of course. How is this even worth it for him anymore? He's outgunned, he's old as fuck, and now he's being sued. Are the double dips really worth it? Yeah, apparently he needs a new boat or something. I don't know. Bruce Wayne sends $5, goes, Proctor was bird watching D-pics, homo. Remember, little Higgy kissed gay Jeff. Okay, thank you. Rosaline sent $20 and goes, Dr. Daddy, I listened to the latest responses from Eyebrows. Her husband talked forever about Brad Pitt. It was painful. I don't recommend watching. I think he was trying to one-up the wifey by doing a 10-hour stream. So there is a new response by the husband and announcement. I am going to be doing another stream at 10 a.m. tomorrow. More Daytime Daddy to go over that because we're just getting started. It's just too much shit. It's too much shit. I'll be right back. Hold on. I don't know what this is, but
I've never lost to him in court, right? One time I had a temporary harassment order that was not extended. Obviously, 3 years later, we can look back and go, maybe it should have been extended because he didn't fucking quit, right? That's not a loss. It's not a win or lose situation. What the fuck is wrong with you? You go into court because you ask for protection. And that's it. Now, meanwhile, Aidan has tried to get harassment orders on me. 3-4 times now. He's never gotten a temporary one because I've never fucking harassed the piece of shit. And he's never had one issue at the 2-party hearing. Never happened. If anything, I wait until it's legitimate harassment, which is why as far as going in ex parte as of right now, I am 2 for 2. I am fairly confident, unfortunately, and I will say this, preface this, unfortunately, I am fairly confident, unfortunately, that when the court date rolls around, and he's the one posting about all this too, like I did not post about this fucking order, put it up, tag him, brag. I didn't want to make it like that. I just wanted to protect my fucking kid. That's all I wanted to do, right? Not make a show of it. But he has to because he's a piece of shit, right? But I'm confident that when I have to go back into extend this, that it will be necessary and therefore it will be granted. And unlike Aidan, like I don't want it to have to be necessary because for this to be necessary means that my kid is fucking suffering. And I don't want that, right? I don't want that. I've been very clear. I've been very quiet about this whole ordeal since it started. Couple of posts, Aidan, knock it off. That's it. And I do it in public because most people, if they get called out in public like that, would feel a little bit of, ooh, everybody knows I should really knock this shit off. And because I don't want to have
testing. All right, we back. Finally, we're back. Can you hear now? All right, we back. I'm getting a million messages. I'm sure people are going to be like, okay, we can hear me. Awesome. We're good. Awesome. Static. Okay, we're back. Gotcha. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, they're all fired up. I mean, Crawford's tweeting away. I did see this when I was taking a leak there, and let me see. He's I want to see what he's saying here. I want to go over this. See if his arguments are fair. Hold on. Now we got a message on another. You left with a crusty clip. I know. I'm sorry about that. Well, it just came up. I just hit the whatever comes up on the thing. There's no sound again? What the fuck is going on here? Hold on. My computer's like being a FOIA computer. I think I have too many windows open. Give me a second. You hear me now? You good? Okay. Sorry about the technical difficulties, Revenue. I don't know what's going on. Close a couple windows. There is sound. Okay, cool. Pay attention to texts. Yes, I got it. Thank you. Okay. Whew, we're back. Okay. So let's see what Mike's got to say here. So he's saying, I donated my time. So I'll be fair to him. All right, so he goes, I donated my time and money to the Jigga family on Friday night. No text invite tonight? I don't know what that means. You don't want the truth again? What does that mean? Ratings, yes, we know. That's all this shit is for you. How about quality of life and helping people? What are we fighting for? Okay. Quality of life, because he's a really special guy. He's really doing a lot. He's helping people. He's quality of life. Not like me. I haven't done anything to help people's fucking lives at all throughout my fucking journalism, blah, blah, blah. And again, I had no issues with Mike, and I still really don't, except I just have this one particular beef. I didn't make a big deal out of it when he fucking turned on Karen Reed when I was in jail. That's a fucking fact. Look it up. He literally, that's just a fact. We're not all built this way. We're not all built like Turtleboy. Okay. When the state police came after me, I stood on those courthouse stairs and I said, I will never surrender. I will never give up. You will never break my spirit. You will never fucking stop my journalism. I will keep fighting for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed. That's what the fuck I said. And I kept fucking doing it. And then they put me in jail. That's what I said. And then when I went to jail, 𝗵𝗵𝗃 tweeted at Michael Crawford and said, you're next. You're next. We're going to get you next. And what did Mike Crawford do? He quit. He tapped. That's all it took for him to quit. And he said, I'm scared. What if they come for me next? Which, of course, they're not fucking going to do because he's not a threat to them, right? He's not getting, people are not emailing the state police colonel and saying, I just watched the Young Jerks. You need to do something about it. That's not happening. And so Mike quit. And not only did he quit, he said he wasn't sure if Karen Reed was guilty or not. He was hearing new thoughts, right? New thoughts. Because, have I ever Turtleboy's anti-Karen Reed, have I ever wavered from the fact that Karen Reed is 1,000% innocent of all charges related to the death of John O'Keefe? Never. Fucking never. They put me in jail over this shit. They indicted me over this shit. I have never fucking wavered over that, nor will I ever. Personal disagreements be damned. Fucking ever. And all it took from Mike Crawford was a tweet from 𝗵𝗵𝗃 saying, you're next. And he fucking tapped out. He quit because he was scared. And that's fine. And he did admit to all this, but you can't forget that fucking happened. And that's somebody's character at the end of the day. That's his fucking character. So it doesn't surprise me. So when I see all this shit about, I did this, I donated my time and yeah, what are you fighting for? Bitch, I've been fighting for this shit since day one. I ain't fucking quit when times got tough. You did. You did. And then when I got back out of jail, you were back on the fucking train. You were back on the wagon, which is fine. And I didn't hold that against you. It was in the back of my head, but I didn't make a big deal out of it. But now that you're publicly questioning, my commitment to the, because let me get this, there is no excuse for ever thinking Karen Reed did this. Ever. None. If you've ever thought or wavered on this topic, you're fucking weak. Period. especially if you gave in to peer pressure. It's fucking weak. I have never, ever, ever wavered on that. Check the fucking receipts. I have stood on those courthouse stairs. I have fucking used my voice as loud as I can. I urged them to create a legal defense fund, which I fucking promoted on my show and built a fucking following of people to do this. Okay. There would be $0.00 raised for Karen Reed were it not for my activism in this. That's a fucking fact, period. You could say Nick Rocco did it all. Nick Rocco raised all the money, right? How much did Nick Rocco raise before April 18th, 2023? None. And that's not a shot at Nick Rocco. Oh, Junkie James is here. Nick Rocco saved KR. Yeah. Why did he wait? If he saved KR, why did he wait until, why did he start promoting the fundraiser after I wrote about it? Because Karen Reed was arrested 15 months prior to my first publication. Why? And that's not a shot at Nick Rocco. That's just a fucking fact. You can pretend I didn't fucking take part in this. There you go. That's it. So there we go. Anyway. All right, cool. He also says, yeah, we all know the truth. This wasn't about TB. Not one word about him. The night was chosen because of Nan's schedule. This has been said many times, many places, and people were welcome to go whichever way they wanted to. It was just a damn feel-good night of no drama. Oh, no drama, huh? Okay. I mean, I believe there were jokes about, obviously, Turtleboy and the Glarer and all that shit. But besides that, no drama. You can take shots, but if you take shots back, you're into drama. It wasn't supposed to be about him, but he made it with the outfit of the costume, didn't he? So Mike is blaming my costume on it. It's a fucking Halloween costume. Okay. Let's see. I like the guy, but how about calling your own people out, Aidan, and you know who they are. Oh, sorry, they lick your balls, don't they? Who? They shut down their fucking show for weeks. Who didn't and kept throwing gas on it? What? I'm assuming you're talking about JFK. They shut down the show for weeks to calm shit down. Oh, right. That's what they're all about. That's what they're all about, right? What else is he saying here? What? If police target you for your support of 𝗀𝗄𝗆 like they did to Turtleboy for Karen, you will run so fast like you did last time. That's true. And he says, I signed 2 affidavits for Turtleboy's defense and found him a witness who also signed an affidavit. But I don't need to talk about that. I don't want to get this wrong. He did? Maybe the chat can fill me in. Maybe I'm mistaken here. Did he? He wrote an affidavit for me? When? Is anybody? Because I don't want to say he didn't do it if he didn't do it. Maybe I remember a lot of affidavits when I had the charges with the fake victim. I remember that. I don't remember him writing one. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe does anybody know what he's talking about? Duckgate? What affidavit did he write for me? I assume he did it. If he said he did it, I don't think, that's a bold statement to make. That's what I'm wondering. That's why I'm like racking my brain. Did he? He wrote an affidavit for me? What was it about? But I don't need to talk about that. Yeah, somebody goes, no one would know who you were if you weren't praised and raised by Aidan. You got to be serious. That's a fact. Some people would. But he goes, so he owns me? I don't want to own him. Maybe I would rather go back to walking dogs. My life was great before all of this, and will continue to be, glad to hear. Dead serious. I signed up for an event many months ago. I didn't get paid and raised money for a good cause. You raised money for a good cause, donated to myself. What was the good cause? What was the good cause? Seriously, like the James Jackson Venmo cause? What is the cause? Like what was the cause? Did you tell me that? What is this paying for? Jigga? Yeah, what is that money going towards? Like, what is that? Like, tell me what that means. He's dead, which is unfortunate, but what does that mean? What does that mean? Like, so money's going to Jigga's family? Is that what you're saying? I don't get it. So he's out here taking credit for shit that I'm like, okay. An alleged investigation, an independent investigation. That sounds like some Monica Cannon Grant shit. That's a Monica Cannon Grant. That's what she did with the Michaela Miller story. Remember, she's like, we're going to raise money for an independent autopsy, independent investigation. Are you? I don't know. It just seemed okay. Sure. Whatever. I guess we'll just take your word for it. Right. Okay. A lawyer. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, what else is he saying there? So not being shamed. Okay. So he donated himself. That's good. It's cool that money was donated to the family, but I honestly don't remember any promo about it being a fundraiser because there was none. None of the flyers I saw mentioned it. It was advertised on social media by the family and JFK mod team. I saw it. And the entire night was dedicated to it. You could feel it. So that's so weird because every single flyer I saw for this did not mention a fucking thing about Justice for Jigga. But we're the guys that fucking are like, what's my thing? I steal polo shirts. That's my thing. But here's my fucking Cash App. Justice for Jigga. Oh, totally not a scam though. Totally not a fucking scam. Totally not. Justice. Yeah. Totally not just a big fuck you Turtleboy thing. Totally not. You know? Anyway, yeah. Again, I don't think I own Mike. I'm not saying that. I don't really care what he does. But like, it's like my thing is like, just don't pretend to be. My whole thing is do whatever the fuck you want. You know? Do whatever you want. Go to whatever you want. Just don't pretend to be a supporter of mine. That's all I'm saying. Don't pretend to be. Don't pretend. Oh, I support Turtleboy and also these people who are dedicated with fucking taking Turtleboy down. Those fucking people and people who give money to Twisted Tragedies and anti-carry. Yeah, Justice. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Fuck off. You know what I mean? Just don't fucking lie to me. Don't come up here and tell me you're a fucking supporter of mine. You're not. You're not a fucking supporter of mine. You're a Johnny come lately who fucking saw the fucking success I had with this story and you fucking leached off it. Like, let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. That's a fucking fact. Anyway, I think we got a couple more chats here. Angela sends $25, goes, Dr. Fridge Hall Pass Daddy. Oh, I'm a Hall Pass Daddy. Okay. Should we start a fundraiser for James Jackson to complete her transition? I got to be honest with you. I mean, James has some he's beautiful. I'll be perfectly honest with you. There are a lot of women that would kill for James Jackson's facial features. That's just a fact. It is fucking impressive. You got to admit, it is impressive for a man of his age and his life experiences more than anything to have a face that flawless. There is not any woman out there could be like, I mean, you would trade for his nose and his cheeks. It's fuck. I mean, he should just go for it. He is a beautiful man. I can say a lot of things about James Jackson. I wouldn't say handsome. I would say beautiful. Okay. And if he just did the transition, he would be fucking a hot chick. There's no doubt about it. He would be a hot chick and he knows it. So he should just go for it. That's what I think. All right. Next. Jen sends $25. Says, you are amazing. So tired of people disrespecting you or trying to make a buck by going against you. Also, how about them Colts? I'm impressed by the Colts. I'm not going to lie. I thought they were kind of fake early on, but you know, the Colts are for real. But yeah, you know, you're right about that too. The disrespect and to trying to make a buck off me. Let's keep it real. That's all it was. And it worked. They got fucking 40 people to go to whatever rival lodge hall that they had, you know, to do that. So good for them. All right. Next. Tattoos sends $5. Goes, you need to get a secret app for all the X-rated pics. I'll save you next time a creep gets into your phone. Okay. Okay, thank you, Tattoos. I don't know that exists. I don't know there's an app for that, but thank you. A few more. Listen, Turtle sends $10. Goes, also with Mike. They said also with Mike. Last night he was on about all the causes he's supporting. He never mentioned your case. LTL came on. He mentioned supporting your case several times. Mike ignored it. Well, thank you to LTL for doing that. Also, thank you for those eyebrows. Well, there you go. Thank you. Kat sends $25. Goes, I swear, Lauren Hidden True Crime posted the exact same comment to you on Twitter within the last 6 months, channeling your inner turtle boy with a vanilla profanity book title, You Were an American Treasure. I did notice that she did that to kind of reduce the damage, I think. You know, it didn't work. Christina sends $20. Goes, thanks for the huge favor this week. I have officially become the favorite family member, all because of you. The birthday message was a huge hit. You're very welcome, Christina, and happy birthday. Mary sends $10. Goes, you should reach out to 𝗪𝗓 Easton. She's Kay Woodcock's daughter. I did see, and Charles Vallow's niece. I did see her YouTube presentation. She talked about and appreciated your coverage of Laura Matthias on her YouTube channel. Difficult research. I'll DM you the link. I've seen it, Mary. And so, yeah, I mean, she grifted off of the Vallow family. I mean, she really did. She is completely shameless, that woman. And we'll get to her. Nancy sends $10. Goes, I just want to say you're such a great dad. Well, first of all, thank you. I can't believe how much you do with your kids. Your mom would be so proud of you. And your ex-wife is one lucky girl that she has you to take care of your kids. Please don't read my name. I'm sorry. I already did. I apologize. And it's very kind of you. And, you know, can I do a dad thing real quick? So my son scored the other day in football, the sickest touchdown. I was like, proudest moment. Let me play this for you guys. You gotta watch. You're going to watch this run. Take 17 seconds. You got to see this sick. It's sick. Flag football. Last game of the year. Hold on. It's not sharing. There it is. There it is. This is him right here. Ready? Go. Go, go, go. Look at him go. Look at him go. Now watch this. Look at that. Okay, there's the juke because he knows this guy's got him. Right? And then sick. Watch this Barry Sanders shit. Boom. What's he going to do? Head down. Oh, go, 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 go. Oh, look at that. Look at this move. Look at that move. Oh, keep going. Good form. Look at it. Look at him on the side. Look at those. Tippy toe in the sideline. Go, go, go. Touchdown. Touchdown. Friggin' hero. Hero. Yeah, so that made my weekend. Okay. Next. I was sick. Those sick. He's not the fastest kid. You know, he's definitely not the biggest, but he tries hard and he works his ass off, and that's all you can ask, you know. That's all you can ask. That's how and that was, you know, he's not the star of the team. You know, he doesn't score, but he's a team player. And that was the sidestep in there. You can't teach that to kids this age. He's 8 years old. You can't teach those type of, you know, the field instincts, keeping low to the ground, hips forward, all that. You can't teach that shit. He's a natural. So we got to play a tackle next year. I think it's time to get him up to tackle next year. It's about that time. Okay, next. All right. Glamasu sends $10. Goes, man, Shannon started his own digital forensic company and named it Phoenix. I saw that. He is offering expert witness services too. Well, thank you very much for that, 𝗲𝗲𝗄𝗃. Cindy Lou Who sends $5, goes, Peter Krupp was the initial court-appointed lawyer for 𝗬𝗏𝗍𝗺 after his 2011 arrest. Was he really? Serving as his provisional attorney. Krupp represented Bulger in initial court appearances and filed motions to consolidate indictments and protect his client's right to a fair trial. Interesting. Didn't know that. Catechus Finch sends $10, goes, hey, Turtle, I love your work. Something to consider for your HTC coverage. Grayson allegedly pretended to be a juror from Delphi for Lauren's exclusive juror interview after the trial. Wild LOL. At Corn Dog Court on X for more info. I'll check that out. Interesting. Grayson's horrible. I fucking hate Grayson. Cat sends $5, goes, thanks for reading the jerks tweets. He's such a little bitch. He's blocked tons of his shared audience after he scolded you. Turtleboy forever. Yeah. So there's that. So thank you. Lynn, aka Sweet Caroline, sends $50, goes, Doctor, Crawford's tweet that it's about the money, blah, fucking blah. No shit, Crawford. Docs has legal fees too. Remember, Crawford, you can't ride the turtle dick. That's the thing. It's like, you know how much money my fucking legal fees are? You don't even want to know. And it just keeps going up. Picking up new charges in fucking New Jersey. It should cost money. This shit's not free. I got like real shit. And you guys are like, yeah, I'm out here supporting a cause. I don't know what it is exactly. I have no fucking clue where the money is going whatsoever, but it ain't Turtleboy. So that's what really fucking matters. Because it fuck Turtleboy. That's all that was. Justice for Jigga. Justice for 𝗪𝐿cy Fitzsimmons. We love Brado's clients. Except for the one who is the reason we even know who the fuck Tim Bradle is. Besides that. So yeah. Anyway, there is that. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Didn't know that. All right. All right. Oh, was the affidavit that Crawford wrote about Krusty Panties working with Morrissey? Is that what that was? The Gene from Dorchester one? I mean, okay. Yeah. I mean, that awesome. To me, I was never a fan of the Gene from Dorchester shit. I just, it didn't really go anywhere. Let's just put it that way. But thank you. All right, cool. All right, next. Let's talk about some lore and hidden true crime for a bit. Let's end the night with some shit like that. So we finished her 9-hour stream during the daytime daddy streams during the week. Now, what I wanted to do was review the Duty Ron episode with her, and then I wanted to get to the new thing that came out this weekend that they put out. All right, and that would be the what's his name has responded. Do I have to get my fucking eyebrows on for this? Do I have to get the eyebrows on? I might have to get the eyebrows. We'll find out in a minute. So let's start with some Duty Ron, and then we'll switch kind of back and forth. Oh, and you know, by the way, I did want to have this is a special message here from Erica Walsh, okay, who organized, and without her, none of this is possible as far as the the event that was put on. She's amazing. And people are like, browse. I guess I have to do it now. So she goes, hi, everyone. The 3rd annual Turtleboy Halloween party was an absolute success, raising money for the Turtleboy Legal Defense Fund. I appreciate all the love and support, but I'm nothing without my people. Oh, I think she wrote this for me to say, but I thought she was like writing this for herself. But we get the point here. We got there at 11 a.m. on Friday to decorate, and it was a long but well worth a day and evening. I just want to say thank you to my mom, the one everyone knows as Baby Daddy, Dina, Hippie Chick, and Ernie for helping with the hall and photo booth. Maddie Moe for DJing, Dougie McDonald from Charlestown for all the amazing decorations, the Malden Moose for hosting us year after year, Mike Walsh for picking up the pizzas, Steph for grabbing the cutlery, Colleen Egan for helping with the tables and centerpieces. I'm truly nothing without all these amazing people. Also, everyone who graciously donated the giveaways: Jody from Champions in Peabody, Michelle with the lottery tree and gift basket, Glamasu's the liquor basket, Ernie with the cigar basket, Lisa Devine and Auntie Deb with the Turtleboy swag basket, and Patty, the Lost at Sea winner, with the liquor baskets. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone, but if I am, I'm sorry. I love you all and appreciate each and every one of you. I can't wait for the next event. We ain't going nowhere. Thank you, Erica from Charlestown, the useless one for Charlestown, and 𝗵𝗂𝗄𝗃, she says. So there we go. Thank you. If anybody else wants to, I appreciate that. And Patty, the costume contest winner, email me and I'll send you the gift card because you are the winner of the costume contest. Okay. All right. Let's jump on to duty, Ron. So this is a week old now. I remember I discovered Lauren Matthias a week ago on this stream, and I smelt bullshit from the beginning, didn't I, folks? And as it turns out, I was 1000% right. All right, so let's see. Let's watch some of this, shall we?
While I'm covering the Brandon Boudreaux trial, Lori Vallow representing herself, and it says that I've
core group of friends in your neighborhood, and that's where you hung out. And typically, the bully wasn't in your neighborhood and was someplace else.
It's there. You can't get away from it. Every time you open your phone up, there's notifications that come up and so forth. But listen, let's grab our good friend Lauren Matthias. Let's let her come in here and let's have a conversation about what she's experienced over the last several months. And I don't even know the exact timeline of how long this has been going on, but let's let her talk to our audience because we do share a lot of similar subscriber base. So a lot of our people follow her and vice versa. Lauren, thank you for coming here and thank you for taking the time out of your family life to come and talk to us about this.
Absolutely. Well, I first off just want to thank both of you for having me. Honestly, it was clearly very overwhelming to do. I never wanted to do it. I was clearly very emotional.
Oh, wait, hold on. I
feel like my hand had been forced and I didn't really know how to then appear back on YouTube, which is my work and what I do. And so I just want to first off thank the Duty Ron channel for being just a safe space for me to like come back on and break the silence after that marathon. So thank you to my friends, Ed and Ron. So I'm doing okay. I'm back home with my husband, John. We're okay. We feel good. I still feel very scared. I know that I feel like I took my power back, but I also I'm still into like what's next. You know, I know that a lot of people are now doing lives about my life, and so I'm just hunkered down and with my family. I'm very grateful to be with them, and yeah, grateful that you called and reached out. And for everyone, I guess I want to say too, like thank you to everyone that's reached out, creators, gems, everyone. We are getting the emails. Thank you. We did a little private Patreon will be, and I'll be back on YouTube after this, but thank you for allowing me to have a place to just come back and say, hi, I'm okay.
It takes time, Lauren. This is, bless you, Ed. This is not a normal thing. Look, we as law enforcement professionals, we're used to dealing with this. You know, I've responded to arguably thousands of domestic incident calls. Ed, same thing for him. But what we mentioned and what we can bring to this conversation is that the escalation of this and how this can spiral out of control. I want to just validate your fears. I want to say that, you know, as a mother, you as a mother, me as a father, and your husband, obviously, Dr. John as a dad, your first, you know, instinct is to protect your family and protect the vulnerable, your son. And you know, I have questions. I have a lot of questions to ask you.
And you're allowed to ask him. Do you want just to like make it fair? If you ask a question that I don't want to answer, I'll say,
we're back.
Too. I'm a journalist. Like I can handle.
So
questions.
first of all, I'm like listening to her, and she's already talking about like hunkering down. Like tornado is went to your neighborhood. I mean, what are you hunkering down for? Would you stock up on provisions and shit like that? Like, for fuck's sake. You know, what is she even talking about? I'm hunkering down. And so Duty Ron immediately just falls for it, just immediately. And I can't, this guy is a detective. He's supposed to be able to smell through bullshit, like investigate shit, and just blindly believes everything, you know, because this woman says it happened.
And ask away. I'm sure a lot of people are curious. Go for it. And I have some questions for you too. As law enforcement, I'll have questions for you too. So I hope this isn't just be a conversation among friends. Yeah. I think there are a couple things I want to clear up. I think one of the big fair criticisms I've gotten or questions that I've gotten, maybe not even a criticism, but a question is I cover criminal cases. I cover people's pain. It is true. I try to do it ethically. Yes, a crime is pain. And I cover trials and criminal trials. What is different with mine being live streamed? And I think I want to explain that the reason that civil stalking injunctions are not live streamed would be the same reason, or even reported on would be the same reason that a child custody battle wouldn't be live streamed, or anything that has to do with really someone trying to escape an abuser, which is coercive control.
You mean a child custody would not be live streamed. I literally just watched 𝗪𝐿cy Fitzsimmons child custody be live streamed the other day. The fuck is she talking about? I literally watched family court the other day on fucking TV. What is she talking about? Any fucking camera any fucking courtroom in America can have a goddamn camera in it. That's it, including hers. And there's nothing. Oh my God, look at that face. I can't. Okay, anyway, she just makes shit up.
You've got intimidation, coercive control, things
coercive
you can,
control,
speak to, fears of escalation.
Oh yeah,
fears of people that don't like me finding out, and it escalating, getting bigger and bigger to where it potentially becomes a more concerning, frightening situation. So the actual idea of a civil stalking injunction being reported on, in my opinion, is just so unethical. I want to point out too, as a journalist, someone with a background, I would never cover such a thing, and on our channel, we would never cover such a thing. Just like we wouldn't cover, a child custody battle. So I do want to explain that difference. And yes, though, I also want to humbly say, has it made me rethink even bigger how I'm going to cover crime in the future? Yes, we do try to be victim centered. We do try to be aware. We do try to be careful. And I will continue to do that, hit into crime, and maybe even become better at it and more empathic. But I did want to explain that difference a little bit, because that was a big question out there. What's the difference between a criminal trial and what this was? And I, to this day, I'll never understand why they put in a media request and why they never reach out to me to understand more. But whatever.
Okay. And one of my questions was going to be, and you beat me to the punch. It's one of on my list, and I have a whole list here.
Okay. Oh, Ron's got a lot of.
Do you know why law and crime trials got?
Okay, so he's got a whole list of questions, but none of these questions are like, so this whole thing's over TikToks. So why couldn't you just not go on her TikTok? Why couldn't you do that? Do you think it's appropriate for you to weaponize the criminal justice system like that? Do you? I don't think it. I mean, it seems wrong. Okay.
Or how they got wind of this civil case, because like you said, there are high profile civil cases that we heard of them covering. Johnny Depp, some of these other ones you mentioned it in your video that you did, the 9-hour video. Other creators that have a lot of drama surrounding them, and their cases where it's a civil case is out there in the news and people are talking about it. The news goes and tries to cover it, gives local coverage to it. But
did she miss the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial?
It just seemed like, for me as a detective, I detected something stunk about this, that it was just weird that law and crime all of a sudden was focusing on Laura Matthias and her civil case that she was in the process of moving forward. And Ed, you agreed with me when we were in the green room talking about this. It just didn't seem right. Can you speak
if this guy did so much research, how come he didn't find out that the judge told her that this is all First Amendment protected speech between two women? That's all this is. How come Duty Ron, since he's got a whole list of questions, right? He's a detective. He did his research on this one. This isn't this is just friends fluffing each other up. Content creators kissing each other's asses. That's all this is. He's too gutless to ever ask her a real question. And that's what he is. He's gutless. And Duty Ron, 20 more push-ups, my dude. I don't know you. I don't know much about you. I've heard of you before. This is my first experience watching your program. You seem kind of gutless. You seem like you're just afraid to call a spade because it's easier just to kiss this woman's ass. Okay.
Onto that, or would you rather not?
No, I'll be willing. I don't know. So full disclosure, I don't know. To this day, Law and Crime has never reached out to me, ever, not even since. I do know that one creator named Lori Hellis did a live at the same time I was doing a live. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that was happening. And that she stated that she was sitting with my stalker and Anjanette Levy at CrimeCon when police were trying to escort my stalker out. By the way, I want to clarify that night was the night after the photos were taken, because there's some people saying that they were there. There were 2 nights. So the first night she was there, the photos were taken. Okay, they actually referred to her as an agitator.
So I'm going to fast forward as much as I can through her shit, because we've already heard her talk. I can't we've had 5 days of her bullshit streaming this. We've heard it's the same shit. Civil stalking injunction, triangulation, coercive control, my stalker, civil stalking injunction, my 8-year-old, everybody wants to kill me. Upset. Okay. It's just the same shit over and over and over again. So I'm going to skip a lot of the shit she says. And I want to hear what Duty Ron says. That's what I'm here for.
They saw receiving an award.
Right.
So we were.
What did she say?
She was in the bar the second night, and I hadn't been there. I'd been at the 𝗀𝗄 Awards celebrating the 𝗪𝗪𝗺 victims receiving an award.
Right.
She won an award. She won a fucking award. The 𝗪𝗪𝗺, like did she actually win an award? Yeah, she's real important. By the way, she did not have a pass to go to that. She used someone else's pass.
So she, you know, could technically be allowed in the bar as long as she was 500 feet from me. So the Aurora PD actually escorted us and said to me and my producer, go around the bar, go look and see if you can see her before you enter so that we can then ask her to leave. So we were requested by police to do that because there are rumors about how, you know, we were told to do that. So we looked, we saw she was there. And so we told the police officer on duty and they asked her to leave. And I do know, according to 𝗺𝗵𝗲𝗺, she's with I can't think of her channeling, but she stated while I was going live that she was with Anjanette Levy. And my shocked, and I'll tell you this too, as someone that covers trials, this was very interesting. But we had heard, my team of attorneys, and I'd heard like 3-4 days earlier that there had been a media request, and when there was, couldn't see who, so I thought, oh, maybe from somebody straight to the judge's desk injunction, and my specific civil stalking injunction.
Oh my God!
And they were like, it was a long crime, and so I will never know why.
About long crime.
Yeah, they're not checking the Utah civil, and I will never know why they didn't reach out to me and how this happened.
Why would they? Why would the fuck would they?
I want to switch gears
you?
just a minute because, you know, I got a little ahead of myself here about asking about war and crime. But another question that I had for you, and I think a lot of people want to know, and I do believe that you gave quite a detailed explanation of this, is, do you know, Lauren, why this is happening to you? Why and how this started? Can you give an overview to folks who might not be clear on this, is exactly how and why when these wheels started turning and the turn of events that led to where we are today?
Yeah. And then if you want to jump in and tell me why you really think it's happening, let me know. You know, like I say, I'm hidden true crime. We're proud to say that we have the hidden motives, but at this point, you being law enforcement, maybe you can help me understand. But I can say in general, the TLDR, for those that they can't handle watching a 9-hour live stream, is I have a business, business that was growing, and I had contract workers, and one of them quit unhappy, and then I had another contract worker who I then terminated. And then I had then I had the friends, and then there were friends. Two contract workers. I guess I should say the stalker was also a contract worker. Although oddly, she says on her TikTok accounts targeting me that she was just an ex-friend and never a TikTok worker, but I had plenty of invoices, so she was. And so you've got two ex-contract workers contacting another ex-contract worker, and then you've got the stalker that's actually reaching out to every person I confided might have a beef with me from my past, and they're getting a larger and larger group together.
Okay.
I think their ultimate thing of power is that in private conversations, I said mean things about people.
Okay.
And that they have the receipts.
Okay.
That they know. And then what this group did,
who cares,
is then start reaching out to other people to join the fold. I call it a whisper campaign.
Okay.
You know, where it's all behind the scenes. And I can tell you, like, this is actually, I get a lot of texts all the time.
Okay. I'm still waiting to hear the illegal part of this. So you have people that are sharing, coming together and being like, yeah, Lord kind of sucks. I mean, isn't that what we did tonight with the young jerks? Isn't that what I did with Mike? I just said, like, oh yeah, like I aired my grievance with him, and then a lot of you aired your grievances in the chat. Have we coercively controlled Mike? Can he go get a civil stalking injunction because of this? I don't know.
Time my phone was silent. Like, I don't know how far this went, you know. And then we're getting whispers and threats, and a few things are coming out, and someone's finally calling me saying, hey, I got a call from this person. And I'm like, that person? And they're telling me, people I've interviewed, people I love, you know, to never trust you again, that you're evil, like that you are really bad.
Okay.
And, you know, things like that. It just continues, just like,
and
bigger and bigger. No one reaching out to me, by the way, not even on crime.
Yeah.
And getting bigger and bigger to the
no one
texts
cared.
I've gotten out.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed. I'm not perfect. It's embarrassing.
So
but then there's a Proton email that goes out, meaning Proton is a protected thing. Where it's a smear campaign. This isn't actually even what I've actually said.
Yeah.
Now it's
smear campaign.
Now, okay, I haven't talked shit about these people. One of them's like my best friend. So I'm like,
okay,
what's going on? So that's happening. I'm trying to reach out to people right and left to figure out what's going on.
What?
And then no one will pick up my phone calls or talk to me. So my producer reaches out to a creator.
So your producer is Grayson, who is a fucking psychopath, who is just a complete joke of a human being, who has a perfectly circular paper plate looking face and is like has the brain of a child and appears to be functionally retarded. And you're like, that person's reaching out. That's your problem right there, is you have Grayson speaking for you. If you haven't seen Grayson, watch the sex cult stream I did on Grayson. Grayson is retarded. She's like 23, or I don't even know how old she is. Just has no clue about anything at all. And she's like somehow speaking for Lauren here when she reaches out to me. Like, Grayson is a trip. Okay. Grayson is literally fucking Lauren True Crime in training with the paper plate face. Go ahead.
Who says they want my head on a platter and that I better brace myself because it's
Head
going to
on
go
platter?
viral and it's bad.
Oh my
And
God.
she continued to say brace ourselves over and over again. It
Oh
was
my
so
God.
scary. Again, with
So
my phone being
scary.
silent, no one talking to me, the threats that I've spoken about people I haven't, that I called the police because
Oh my
they're
God.
like they want my head on a platter. And
No,
people
they
turning
don't
on me that I thought were
actually-
my friends too. Like,
Bitch, you are not Louis the 14th. No one wants your fucking head on a platter. Like, what are you talking about? Your head on a fuck. They're not actually going to give you the fucking guillotine, lady. Right? Your head on a platter. They don't actually want. Nobody's putting your fucking head on a platter. We're not chopping off heads around here. Okay, this is not ISIS. We're not just chopping off fucking heads like it's going out of style, lady. There's a woman's making some TikToks about you. Grow up. Get over it. Jesus Christ.
so, and now they're saying that I'm abusing the police. Like, there's nothing I can do that's right. I'm like spinning my wheels, right? Like,
Louis the
I call the police,
16th.
now I'm abusing the
Apologize.
police. I take it lying down, they just keep punching. I gray rocket, meaning you stay silent, you don't respond, it doesn't stop. And then after that, brace yourself. Multiple accounts happen. I actually only said on my live that there was a TikTok and Instagram. I had no idea she had a YouTube too. But so multiple accounts, a Twitter, whatever it's called, X recently started, and just every other day, threatening.
Okay.
Cyberbullying on all of these accounts, saying
Oh
they
my
had
God.
something on me, and then it also makes me wonder, what did I do? Maybe I am bad. I have things I'm ashamed of that I said.
Oh, you are.
The things I
You-
do. So
yeah,
So
yeah.
then you start questioning yourself, and I'm
You're very shitty.
like,
Wait, why are her eyebrows different this time around? Anybody notice this? The eyebrows are like different. I've studied her eyebrows. Her eyebrows are supposed to like, it's like the golden arches. Why are her eyebrows not arching here? They're not. Okay. Oh, whatever.
I am a bad person. Like, what
You
did I
are,
do? What did I
yeah.
have? And that's kind of
I am
my
a
husband
bad-
taught me, like, coercive control and intimidation. Like,
My husband
we have the
taught me.
receipts. A lot of people have been saying for about 5 months they've got the receipts. But just repeat it, and it's been going on for months. And I actually ignored it for months and months and months. It got bigger and bigger. Like I said, I have been canceled on news organizations. So not knowing how or why. And then I'm finding out. I think the scariest part for me was also finding out that this the person on all the accounts saying bad things about me, cyberbullying me,
Saying
is
bad
then
things about me.
calling people that she knows that I have beefs with and riling them up, like from their anger and their then it got very scary. And so I was very fearful to go anywhere. And I was going to go actually to the 𝗿𝗄𝗃 trial. And because of this, that's why I didn't go. I reported from home. And then
I didn't go to the 𝗿𝗄𝗃 trial because I was scared. Oh my God. I can't. I can't with this white people problems. I can't do it.
it kept getting so then I learned, like, there's more people coming from my past. And I'm like, what are they doing? And then the TikToks are saying, we're trying to find her LinkedIn. Isn't it strange? She doesn't have a LinkedIn. I can't figure out who's linked with her. Like, in other words, I can't call them. And then they're saying
She's still talking.
Patreon episodes, angry that, we're putting my co-host behind a paywall. Well, yeah, because we feel safer behind a paywall. That's,
We feel safer.
he had a board complaint recently.
They feel safer behind a paywall. How the fuck do you feel safer behind a paywall? So if so your enemies can't pay to see you. Believe me, Krusty pays to be a Turtle Club. They all do. This idea, no, because you're grifting, because you are using your fear for content. That's all it is. You are grifting.
He had to defend, which he defended, and it was ridiculous. Like, it's just like, I didn't mention that on my live either. And there are more Patreon emails. There's more stuff going on. I mean, I know that I covered it for 9 hours, but I didn't cover everything going on. And then you can't explain it. You're like, I'm not this person. So I don't know. I don't see. It's so hard to explain, which is why I did a 9-hour live. I'm like, no one can believe this. And my fear, unless I just.
Her 9-hour live was so repetitive. It said she read the same shit over and over again. She read Grayson's affidavit 1 million times, Susan Hendricks' affidavit 1 million times, Web Sleuth's affidavit 1 million times. It's the same shit.
If I was going to say it, I had to say it, So I spent 9
Can I jump in here and say something?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what this guy's going to say.
For people saying that, this isn't restraining order stuff, that this is just mean girl behavior.
It's not.
Well, I'm sorry. This is beyond mean girl behavior. They have crossed the line into the.
No, dipshit, Ed Wallace. It's the judge specifically said it was mean girl behavior. The judge fucking literally said that. If you, detective, did a single ounce of fucking research, you would know that. But you didn't. because you are a boomer who fucking grifts on the internet and you're talking to a fellow grifter. Grifters unite. And you're like, you're going to protect her no matter what. Fuck research. Fuck being a detective. That's overrated. We're just going to blindly back this person. It take fucking everybody. Why is Sleuthy Goothy's a better fucking detective than you? At least she makes a spreadsheet. What are you doing? You just show up and you're like, I blindly believe everything this woman says because she said so.
Criminality. Okay. Constant
who said duty con?
Threats, emails, text, videos, and so forth. The crime there would be aggravated harassment.
No, it wouldn't.
Contacting other people from the past that may have had a beef with Lauren and so forth. Now we start getting into aggravated harassment and conspiracy. Okay.
Oh my God, he really fucking said that? Is this guy? This guy had a gun and a badge? Really? Is he fucking retarded? Does he mean this? Ed, are you serious right now? Conspiracy? Conspiracy, he's talking. Conspiracy to TikTok, folks. They're making TikToks and they're sharing screenshots and shit. Oh no. Oh no. Conspiracy to research. They're calling up UNLV to see if he fucking works there. Conspiracy to hurt feelings, folks. Her feelings are getting hurt.
Then making any type of threat over the internet, besides, is a federal crime. And we're talking about making terroristic threats.
Terroristic threats?
I mean, if this was a
this motherfucker's talking about federal charges and terroristic threats. He can't be serious. Tell me this man did not have a badge and a gun for his, decades.
Between an employer and a contractor. Well, we have legal ways to deal with this in civil court, okay, or criminal court, depending on if there are being crimes are being alleged about an employer contract with a contractor. Okay, now if this was some other kind of beef, okay, well, you've taken that beef to an unreasonable level, okay. And you have to step back and take a look at what's going on here.
What level have they taken it to?
This is not normal, folks. This is not normal.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal either.
And a judge already issued.
First of all, I don't think it's not. What's abnormal about it? Bitches exposing other bitches, friendships breaking up, and people spilling the tea about them. People sharing screenshots. Literally, none of this is abnormal. This is all standard online behavior for anyone who goes in the fucking internet, bro.
A restraining order. Okay. Evidence was presented and the judge saw it. Now, let me step back even further. Having seen the video of the Aurora Police Department encounter at the crime con, okay, she's lucky she walked away. If I was given that order of protection from a complainant and I read it, and there's the person within 500 feet doing exactly what the order tells her she can't do, and after talking to her, I find out she knew about it and she was served and she has a photograph of it sent to her, okay, the bracelets come out and she's in cuffs and she's leaving crime con with me.
Violating.
How did she violate the order? Lauren told them that she was there. They found her in the hotel. They gave her the fucking order and they said, you can't go into, you can stay at the hotel, they said, but you can't go to the crime con events that you paid $1,800 for because this woman with the eyebrows here is scared.
An order of protection is a crime.
That's right.
She did it several times, but see, people in the chat are saying, well, I didn't see or hear any threats. Threats don't have to be direct.
Oh, they don't.
Tell somebody which they told Lauren that creators, or I think they said plural, many people or many creators want your head on a platter. That's a threat. It's an item.
That's not a fucking threat, Ron. Did you do any research whatsoever, Duty Con? They didn't say they wanted her head on a platter. It's a fucking TikTok. Literally, there's no thing. First of all, they're like, it was like heads are going to roll. It was something like that. Like literally, there was no. This guy can't be fucking serious. He can't actually know the facts of this case. He's just simply white knighting for this woman. That's all this is. Pathetic, Duty Con. Pathetic. Again, he owes the world an apology because this stream is an abomination to actual detectives.
Threat. And people don't understand that you can't just go around saying, we're going to ruin you. We're going to do this. And the amount of not only psychological.
To be clear, you absolutely fucking can go around saying, I'm going to ruin you. You absolutely 1000% can, because the Constitution of the United States permits us to do that. Okay? It permits us to do that. The fact that you think that people can't do that, say, I'm going to ruin you. it's scary that you, sir, had a badge and a gun. You were allowed to be a detective. It is fucking scary because you absolutely can do that. You tyrant. If you actually believe that people can't do that, you are a tyrant.
Torture. We saw and heard Lauren talk and get so vulnerable on that live stream, that 9-hour live stream. She talked about harming herself.
I don't give a fuck.
This is not something that she had to share with everybody.
Oh, Lauren talked about harming herself. Guess what? I don't give a fuck. Just because this woman claims, without any evidence whatsoever, to back up any of this stuff up, that thoughts of suicide went in her head, does not somehow limit the constitutional First Amendment rights of any other fucking person. It doesn't. I don't give a fuck. You don't get to just silence other people's speech by going, oh, I'm suicidal. Now you don't get to talk about me. That's not how it fucking works. I don't give a fuck that she's making up a lie about being suicidal. I don't give a fuck. She's embarrassed. She should be.
But she wanted to share it to show you with full transparency the enormity of what these events are doing to not only her, but her entire family. Her husband's blood pressure raising up, her son asking questions. This is not regular, normal, good human behavior. This is
you know what else isn't normal human behavior? Exposing your 8-year-old son to this and making him believe and dragging him into your fucking content for some reason and using him as a human shield and getting him to believe that people are going to show up to mommy's house and kill her. How about that?
This is beyond it.
Now, Lauren, the incident at the bar restaurant with her videotaping your party, okay? She was well within 500 feet, okay? Yeah. This occurred after the police confrontation at CrimeCon.
That night.
That night. So she knew, she was given a break by the police. She knew about the restraining order, the order protection. And then that night she goes out and violates it again. Now, any reasonable person looking at this should understand this is not reasonable behavior. This is not normal behavior. That something is wrong here, okay? And she could have been arrested in the bar.
Yeah, I also want to point out that she also posted that day. This is how subtle it is, how vague. No one else would notice, but she knows that I'm watching, right? Because I've filed something. So how vague it is. She posts on the TikTok targeting on me, or all the accounts, her smiling and the lyrics to Worms, which is an Eminem song. Go look up the first verse. So I don't want to misphrase it. Google it and read the first lines of Worms. So after she was served by Aurora police, shared her smiling, doing a verse of this song, then showed up in the bar. And do you see the words? Something about the plaintiff. I think
she shared an Eminem song. But remember, the TikTok she claims the verse about the plaintiff was not shared on her TikTok. It would be okay if it was, but that part wasn't even shared on the TikTok.
I'm gonna play it if you don't mind. Is it okay?
Go ahead, play it.
That TikTok?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. If you don't want me to, I won't.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, look, this is
here we go.
Her entire TikTok. I went and showed Ed before we went live. It's like almost every one of her created TikToks on that account, or indirectly, or she doesn't mention you by name, and that's where people are getting caught up. Ed, I know you might have something to add to this. This girl, Christina, does not mention Lauren by name.
So what?
Everything that she's doing has to do with her. She soured up that she was let go from her contracting duties with Hidden True Crime, and she didn't want to make a clean break. She wanted to say, hey, I got these conversations. And you were honest enough to admit, hey, sometimes, I did say she was annoying. You know how many times I say my producer, Kristen, annoys me? I say it like me.
Okay, where's the crime, Duty Ron? Where's the crime? Yeah, okay. You want to call her obsessive? Sure. That's your opinion. You want to say that she needs to find a hobby? Sure. Go ahead, say that. Where's the crime? You're allowed to obsess over people. You're allowed to make social media accounts entirely this is an Esty thing. Remember Esty freaked out over the Esther Reed account and contacted my attorney? Remember that? Remember, I mean, it's just insane. Like she's Esty. There's no other way around it. She's fucking Esty.
3 times a day, but she annoys me and I love her and she knows it, so we have this open line of communication. So if I were to inadvertently fire her and say, hey, you're done with me, she could show you a bunch of messages of like, hey, Duty Ron told me to stop it, or had a stern conversation with me. This is what happens when you have a relationship with someone who's working for you.
Well, I want to point out that while that was a certain part of the song, the beginning of that song, the lyrics are shoot the bailiff, karate kick the plaintiff.
Ooh, oh yeah. Well, she didn't play that part.
Yeah.
She didn't.
But nobody's gonna pick that up. But I am.
Oh.
Nobody's gonna. The people sitting here at CrimeCon in the bar when she's like, I didn't do anything. I'm being attacked by a public figure. I bought my ticket here first. This is so sad.
Yeah,
Aren't
let
gonna
me
do
look
that.
at that from a law enforcement standpoint. It doesn't matter when she bought her ticket. Okay, the order was in place, signed by a judge. Okay, once that order is signed by a judge and in place, the fact that she bought a ticket a year in advance or whatever the case is meaningless. It has no weight of law. She's committing a crime by being within 500 feet. The fact that she bought a ticket a year in advance doesn't mean shit.
So how come you're not asking this, Ed? How come you're not asking her, if you're so scared of her, why did you go to CrimeCon? Because you knew she was going to be there. If you're so scared of her, why did you buy a ticket after she bought a ticket? Why'd you do that if you're so scared of her? That seems like a rational question to ask.
Okay, she was served. She knew what she wasn't supposed to do by order of the judge. She violated it. End of story.
I want to point out too that I did not share.
Also, it's a temporary order, not a permanent one, not a year-long one. A temporary order that took place after an ex parte hearing in which only one side was heard. And then the order no longer exists because the judge made it clear that this is not a when they actually had a two-party hearing, the judge said this is not a violation of anything.
I did not share her TikTok account with you guys. You went and found it on your own, right? Judy Ron? I did not.
No, you definitely didn't. You definitely didn't share it. I found it because, look, all you have to do is a little detective work, and I wanted to know a little bit about, because I want to be able to see a little bit of the other side of it, and I wanted to actually see what you were talking about. So I did go on my own and look, and I would never leave a nasty comment for somebody. I don't do that, and I love that you encouraged during that 9-hour live stream, Lauren, because not many creators would do that. You encourage people not to cancel people, not to go over and leave comments on your behalf. You can't stop.
Yeah, and guess what? And then they fucking did. So isn't that the same thing she's accusing them of, using the internet to pick on me? People on the internet are picking on me and criticizing me.
People from doing it, but you made the statement, which was very, very unique. Not many people would do that.
Oh, you're such a hero.
It's one of the many reasons why I'm friends with you, is because I love that you put the victims and their families first. We do that here.
How?
And everybody who knows us,
how does she
I've
put
been doing this since 2019.
What?
I started out just, in my car and, walking around with a phone, and developed into a studio setting. But Ed and I are about educating,
you're a real big
keeping
shot.
people safe, giving the forensic side to these cases, and also helping people understand what's right and what's wrong.
Okay.
And in this instance here, what you've laid out, it shows everybody what's wrong with society, where people feel that it's okay to become a band of gang type mentality, where slandering and trying to get your husband in trouble with his employment or what he does, and none of it has worked. But it just goes to show you that the steps that people will take is just so ridiculous. This is childish high school stuff.
It is. Yes.
Can I ask?
Yes. This is childish high school stuff. Exactly, Duty Ron. You proved the fucking point. We don't put people in jail or put orders on people or call it stalking when people do childish high school stuff. Exactly.
As law enforcement, like knowing that you went and you looked and you found it on your own. I mean, I guess I could use a little bit of validation. I mean, what did you guys think?
Oh God,
when
here we
when
go.
You saw her accounts.
Ed, I'll let you go first.
Oh God, here we go.
It's not normal behavior.
Okay.
Okay. There's something wrong. Okay. And I believe your name is hashtag attached to these.
Yeah, that's true. Anyone that can actually, it's true. Anyone can find it. All you have to do is type in Lauren Matthias on TikTok, and I actually think her videos are the first ones that pop up because she does hashtag my name.
So why is it linked if it's not associated to you?
That's exactly what I did to find it, Lauren, because I didn't know her name. You didn't share her name. You actually blurred her face out.
Krusty Panties uses hashtag Turtleboy on half of her tweets, which people search it and then she comes up. I have an order on her. You don't see me sitting here being like, well, she needs to go to jail for that because she's violating the order. It's not how it works.
Went extra steps to not dox her fully.
Correct.
Maybe in a couple of the papers there was little slips and you were like, oh, oops. But you took that extra step to protect her identity, which most people wouldn't. They would be like, F you, I'm just gonna, here it is. Everybody can go see it.
And Christina doesn't mention her
I
name
searched
either.
your name in the search bar of TikTok, and all of the stuff came up, and all of the other, as I call them, jagaloons, these are adults who act like children, are on there saying their piece about you. And the funny thing, Lauren, is there's a lot of people who will talk, and Ed and I get it too. You're not alone. We get this stuff where people know nothing about us. I had just yesterday, I'm fighting cancer. I'm fighting all of these little side illnesses from lymphoma. And I'm going back and forth to Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, and I haven't done live streams like in a month steady. And I get back into it just last week, and someone leaves a comment what do you do with all your super chats and your money? Do you donate it to anybody? Do you give it to anybody? Like a nasty comment, somebody who never left a comment. And I just simply responded as like, you obviously don't know me, because I donate so much of the money that I make here to people who need it and to good causes like 𝗵𝗚 Midwest, who search for the missing. I donated over $20,000 to them. So like, not to get off of this topic of you, it's just that I'm trying to make a point that people come and attack us and they don't know anything about us. So a lot of these girls who are saying shit about you and talking crap about you have no idea.
They don't know me. They don't know me.
At any time getting to know you.
How much have you donated, Lauren? I mean, so, okay, good for you, Duty Ron. That's awesome. What's your fucking point? What point are you making here? What does this have to do with her? So we can only be nice to other people on the internet now? Like, we can only say nice things because Lauren donated $20,000 to charity? Like, what? So you donated $20,000 to charity. Thank you for pointing that out. We're really proud. It's great. You're a great guy, Ron. Okay. We really appreciate that. Okay. Thank you, sir, for saving missing children. We got it. Children are going to be found now that were going to go missing before. Thank you, sir, for your service. All right. But Lauren, I haven't heard about her saving missing children. I don't know about that. But so we're just not allowed to criticize her because of missing children that she saves. What the fuck is going on right now? What is his point?
Just like mob mentality. Oh, Christina, or this one said this and that one said this. Oh, she's bad. Let's just jump in. Ed.
Yeah, this is very toxic. You know, it breaks my heart. I hate to see it. Again, I can't stand bullying. I can't stand stalking. I can't stand any of this. There's no place in a civil society for any of this. Okay. And I mean, I don't understand how it got to this level and how it continued. You know, after
there's no place in a civilized society for free speech. That's what he just said. There is no place in a civilized society for free speech. Okay.
She caught a break with the first, interaction with law enforcement, and she, the stuff at the restaurant. And then there's people I see in the chat too. I mean, the chat is getting toxic as well. You know, there's people saying, well, who's in the restaurant first?
The chat is getting toxic. Well, so this is their own chat. This is their own chat, which they've gotten rid of the chat, by the way. You can't see the chat anymore when you go on their thing. So their own chat is turning on them, and they're calling out bullshit and calling out lies. And he's like, oh, the chat's wrong. Everybody's fucking wrong except for us. And we're going to delete all negative comments about Lauren because we are white knighting for her.
Do you understand? It doesn't matter to other people. Well, you know, she made a false report. If Lauren made a false report, that's easily verified and would be a crime, and she would be arrested. Is she?
No,
I don't think so. The judge found what she presented as credible.
No, he didn't, Ron. You might want to watch the most recent hearing because the judge absolutely did not say that at all.
Yeah.
I called the police after learning that people wanted my head on a platter and to brace myself.
Nobody wants
and
your
then
fucking
I called
head
the
on a
police for an
platter.
escort in Boise to
Oh my
car,
God,
which then the police officer suggested he write up an incident report for history purposes. So it was his idea, and
yeah, right.
You know, documenting these instances where things happen, and that was a big restaurant. It didn't look like a small little place. She could have been anywhere in that spot, so far away from you, or she could have maybe stumbled across you and said, "Oh shit, I better go the other way."
Every time she looks down, she's reading the chat.
But that's not what she did. And unbeknownst to her, you had a male friend who was there, who was taking those photos of her,
reading the chat
in Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah. So thankfully, you had people, the good people on your side, because good people don't do this. I don't care. Look, and here's something that I'll put out there in the chat, and Ed and I say this all the time. If you support this type of behavior, I'm not for you, and you're not for me.
Ron, you're literally participating in this type of behavior. You are taking part in a mob created by this woman that is going after some random woman in TikTok. You are quite literally... You're like, oh, I hate drama and I hate getting involved in mean girl behavior, while I fucking jump neck deep in mean girl behavior and blindly side with this person because I'm friends with her. That's all I need to hear.
The internet is a big place. There's millions of creators that you can go and engage in their toxic communities. Have at it. Go there.
No problem.
I know this. I can speak for you as well, Lauren. If you want toxic behavior and you want this negative stuff,
come to Turtleboy.
You're not going to find it on HTC.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to find it here on Crime Time with Duty Ron and Ed Wallace. And at the end of the day, the people who you thought were your friends, Lauren, like a lot of these news outlets, why aren't they knocking on your door and giving you their platform to talk about this? Why? Because you find out through trial and error when times get tough.
Why aren't news outlets reporting on your mean girl beef on TikTok? Oh, I can't imagine why. Why isn't that
really are your friends and who is really going to stick by your side? But again, I wanted to circle back because we're at the 45-minute mark. I didn't want to make this more than an hour. there was a case that Ed and I covered in 2022.
Okay, what happened?
A podcaster and his wife.
Okay, what did they do?
Had a similar situation where they got orders of protection. They were being stalked. Now, I don't want to cause more trauma to you, but we covered this, Lauren, and I think it's important. I'm only going to play just a little bit of it. It's a different set of circumstances because it's a female with a male stalker, but she went through the steps of making reports, but they didn't make the step. The fatal error was not shoring up their security. They didn't have cameras at their home. They didn't take the steps that you need to take when you get in positions like this. So I want to play this for our listening audience. This is the extreme. This is a real, this is the really bad results. But I think it's important that people hear this because this is what can unfortunately happen when people engage in this behavior.
When people make TikTok.
Because actions have, your actions have consequences, and that things bad can happen. This
So
can
let's
go
see what
bad.
happens.
So
What happens?
here's a
Here we go.
quick
Let's see what happens.
example of what can happen
and
what could go bad as it pertains
Tell me
to
what could go
stalking.
bad. Tell me what
So
could
take a
go
listen,
bad.
folks.
More light on the slaying of a 33-year-old podcast host and her husband,
she's
murdered
dead.
in their Seattle area home, police say, by her alleged stalker. Redmond police say 𝗬𝗏 𝗧𝘂𝗃𝗍 and her husband, 𝗵𝗵𝗲𝗇 were shot and killed Friday by this man, 𝗻𝗿𝗄𝗃 before taking his own life.
The Redmond Police Department is familiar with both the victim and suspect in this case because of an active stalking investigation that was occurring.
Only a week before the murder, the couple desperately filing for an order of protection against the man they claimed was harassing 𝗧𝗂𝗃 to the point that she was, quote, suffering from a deep-seated fear for her safety. Police say the man initially reached out to 𝗧𝗂𝗃 on a chat platform as a listener and fan of her audio streaming, but his actions soon intensified. She said he delivered flowers to her home, sent jewelry and gifts, parked in her neighborhood to catch a glimpse of her, and repeatedly called her husband, friends, and neighbors. 𝗧𝗂𝗃's petition documenting the dozens of phone calls, voicemails, and text messages she received, despite...
Okay, so right away, this guy called her a million times, went to her house, sat out fucking side, sent flowers, literally fucking stalked him. What happened to Lauren True Crimes? Oh, someone made TikToks about her. And then called UNLV to see if her husband actually worked there. That's it. It's like he's literally proven the point that these things are not fucking equal. Ron, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Give me 20 more push-ups.
Logging his number and social media accounts.
In one of the reports, she reported over 100 contacts in a single day.
𝗧𝗂𝗃 writing, his voice messages to me have been the cause of anxiety and insomnia for me. They include him crying and begging for me to pick up, him threatening to burn himself and the tree in front of my house. She asked that the order remain in place for 99 years because he has said many times that nothing short of his own death would make him leave me alone. Police say they were in the midst of trying to serve the order of protection, but the suspect, who lived in Texas and was a long-haul trucker, was difficult to track down.
All right, folks. And Lauren, I'm sorry. I wanted to, to give you that disclaimer before I play that, but this is the extreme. And I played that because as per law enforcement professionals, we see this. I'm not saying that, God forbid you don't wish this on your worst enemy, but this is what solidifies and validates your fear because you have no experience with this. At least known to me in your adult life, you have never had this situation happen to you to this extent. And people are trying to, downplay your reaction to this. And I say this to you, ladies and gentlemen, how dare you even try to put yourselves in this woman's shoes? I wouldn't dare do it because none of you know the fear that her and Grayson and her husband have experienced. And how dare you go and say, well, she's making more out of this than that. You have no idea. She has a small son. She has a young son at home. And she's a protective mother. So to have people say the nasty things that they're saying and do the nasty things that they're doing online, those are the people who I want to be over here and they could stay over there. I don't want to be anywhere near somebody like that. And Ed, I know you feel the same way.
100%. If you come to this channel, you're here to be educated. You're here to get our personal experience and our training, our certification, and how we see things with these true crime cases that we highlight here. Okay, and we support the victims.
All right, I got bad news for you, dude, Ron. Got bad news for you, dude. She's not gonna fuck you, bro. She's not going to. Like that. What I just heard from you, taking a leak in there, listening to you, white knight for this fucking moron, making a goddamn fool of yourself. Oh yeah, what her and her husband, and of course, Grayson went through. Let's not forget Grayson and all this. Grayson, the paper plate face Grayson is also a victim in this, and she's struggling, guys. I dare you to put yourself in her shoes. Bitch, I've been in her shoes. It's called waking up every day being Turtleboy. People say mean shit about me. People make accounts about me. People do TikToks about, like, bro, you kidding me? Jesus Christ, pathetic.
The victims, okay? And anything else other than that, if then you shouldn't be here. Okay? You don't have to agree with us, but we be respectful to each other. You have to, you listen to what we have to say. Whether you agree with us or disagree with it, that's fine. Just be respectful. You can agree to disagree. There's no reason that we have to go down into the gutter and start slamming each other and calling each other names and trying to personally attack each other and get all defensive.
Yeah, I see it in the comment too, this one. Again, there was a murdered turtle. Again, if you guys haven't seen this before, let's see what would you do if this happened? Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I know I got this tweet here somewhere. If you guys haven't seen this before, it's pretty graphic. I'm going to show it anyway. Fuck it. Hold on. Turtle. Mess. Thought I had it. Did that tweet get taken down? I had this on a tweet. A picture of the turtle that was murdered in front of my house. Actually, I probably got it on my phone. I'll just send it myself. Give me 1 sec. Because she would lose her goddamn mind if this happened. Give me a moment. That would be June 2024. Okay. Dude, this is fucking bad, dude. I'm just gonna give it. This is so bad. I still can't believe this fucking happened. I wonder what Lauren True Crime would do if this happened to her parents. Unfucking real. This, if you guys haven't seen this before, this is disclaimer. It's about to get a graphic. This is horrible. I hope we don't get fucking demonetized for this. Do I blur this out? I mean, how does this work? Am I getting in trouble for this? This is a real picture this happened on July 1st, 2024, 2 days after my fucking mom died. Okay. I mean, do I blur it? I mean, I'm going to get a strike. Okay. I don't even know how to fucking post it then. I'm just going to post it on my Twitter. I'm going to tweet it out right now, and I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to say you guys can go over there and look at it if you want to. I'm not going to share it because I got a grift too, you know. Hold on. This is going to be graphic. Hold on. My Twitter is at Dr. Turtleboy, DOCTOR Turtleboy. Okay. At hidden. All right, so I'm saying just a reminder, at Hidden True Crime, this dead turtle was hung in front of my parents' house 2 days after my mother died. Please stop crying about being stalked and threatened. It's insulting to those of us who actually have been. Like, that's a fucking threat. I mean, you don't got a fucking dead turtle hanging from your fucking parents' house. Again, if you want to see it, I just posted it at Dr. Turtleboy. I'm not going to share it on here because I don't want to get demonetized. But it's just like, it's so like, shut the fuck up. You're not being, nobody's coming after you. Nobody gives a fuck. Jesus Christ, and fucking Grayson. I swear to God, I'm going to smack her paper plate face, but not really. It's a threat. It's a threat. I'm not threatening her, I promise. Shut up. Couple more minutes of this.
And so forth and toxic. There's no reason. There's no reason for any of that.
Yeah, if you don't like somebody, there's so many other people that you can go and watch. If you don't like Lauren, don't watch her.
And I'm okay if you don't like me, and I'm okay if you think I'm annoying.
I don't
okay
think
if you
you
think
are.
I'm a bitch. It's okay.
I don't think you are.
Go leave me alone.
I don't like. Did you hear what she just say? I don't care if you find me annoying. I don't care if you think I'm a bitch. I don't care about that. You do. That's quite literally why we're here right now. Is because you are trying to prevent people from talking about you, from thinking you're bad, from forming groups and talking about you. That's literally what you're fucking trying to. You're the opposite of that.
Yeah. And really that's what this boils down to. And look, I have a whole bunch of other questions. I think, we covered a lot here, but if you don't mind, Lauren, I'd like to go to our channel members. Some of the folks who are loyal Crime Time with Duty Ron and Ed Wallace subscribers and subscribers of the channel. If you have any questions, Lauren, I think you would agree that we would ask some audience questions. And if there's anything that we didn't get to here, because, I know we were kind of all over the place. And I want to say that Megan Connor, I know she's a friend of yours. It's 𝗺cie 𝗵𝗂𝗺𝗃𝗍𝗄's cousin, a great friend. She did a live stream before this, an hour. And oh my God, I was listening to it while I was preparing here in the studio. And Megan, I don't know if she's here in the chat, but she really, if you want to listen to a breakdown, Megan took that 9 hours that you did and broke it down into an hour-long session. She did a fantastic job. And
I didn't know she did that. I didn't know she did that. Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to link it in the description. I'm also a channel member of hers and yours, Lauren. So let's go #Lauren, or just let's make it easy. #HTC with your question. Let's keep it on topic. Let's be respectful, I'll ask the questions.
And I have a question for you again too. Well, you'll ask me, and I have questions also. Like I said, I really do want to ask you questions. You said you saw, you said you saw her on my channel previously. She was at another trial where I was sort of getting to know her, and you pointed some things out, Ron. I was wondering if you'd be willing to just, like, from your assessment in law enforcement, or what, I don't know, or what you saw more on the
talk about
accounts, or what your thoughts are. I don't know though what you're allowed to say or not.
Yeah, no, I can say whatever. I can say anything. So I because I listened to your 9 hours in 5 different sessions, I picked up that you shared some important dates. And I think one of those dates was like July 10th or something like that. And it was where you were at the Alec Baldwin trial. And and Christina came up to you, I believe, while you were there. And she put her arm around you. And she said, like, I'm here for you. I went to CrimeCon because you couldn't go, to represent you. And then you stopped her and you were like, yeah, I had a free ticket and I gave it to you. Just everything about that initial, for me, engagement when I looked at her, I knew nothing about this whole history, because at that point it was, I think, it's 2 or 3 hour mark of your video. It was between that first setting that I was listening to, the piece that I was listening to. And when I watched her, just something about her was just like very, I, as a law enforcement professional, I was just like, ugh, it just icked me out. Like, I don't know what it was. And I could play.
That's some great instincts you got there. That's some great detective work, Ron. Great job. Something about this woman on TikTok just icked him out. This guy's fucking Michael Proctor solving crimes. He just shows up and he's like, boom, we got it figured out, bro. She just ticked me off. Just something about her just didn't feel right. So case fucking closed. I guess she's the bad guy. This is like literally Michael Proctor level investigation on that he's doing.
Because I saved it here. But it was just something about the way she was putting her arm around you. And I don't know if that was the first time you met her or if it was your initial engagement with her. It just kind of was creepy, like it just didn't seem natural.
All right. So here's the deal. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, we are going to continue watching this, and we're going to watch Dr. John tomorrow too. Because, boy, if you thought Lauren True Crime was fucking obnoxious, Dr. John is on a whole new level. He's on a whole new level of awful and horrible. Okay. So we're going to do some Dr. John tomorrow. Peter Griffin in the house. We're going to finish Duty Ron. We're going to shame him. And, because that's what we do here. So, all right, cool. Let me read some turtle chats before we call it a night. Well, great audience tonight. I mean, we still have about 8,000 people here. It's 12:30 Eastern time. Let's see. How many subs do we got? We're up to 163,853 for real. We got 8,000 people. Can we get 147 of you mofos to hit the subscribe button? It doesn't cost anything. I'm talking about you. You probably think I'm not talking about you, but you watching me right now, you're the one. I bet you, I know you didn't hit the subscribe button. The analytics show that like a significant percentage of people watching haven't hit the subscribe button, why not? It costs you nothing. Literally nothing. Just do it. Just fucking do it, bro. Do it. Subscribe. Let me refresh this. 853. Can we get 854? 854. There we go. We got one. Let's go. More. No. All right, I'll come back to that. Okay. I'm going to read some super chats. Turtle chats, rather. And hopefully we get some new subscribers we're going to get back. Here we go. Okay, I don't remember if I read Lynn, aka Sweet Caroline's $50 turtle chat that says, Dr. Crawford's tweet. It's about the money, blah fucking blah. No shit, Crawford. Doc has legal fees too. Remember, Crawford, you can't ride the turtle dick. Exactly. Jakey sends $25 and goes, reminder to 𝗵𝗴𝗄𝗃𝗃, who changed her name to Brooke Parker Zarbano, to go fuck yourself. Oh, who the fuck was that? Why does that sound familiar? You're guilty as fuck in changing your name after that Dateline episode aired. Won't change a thing. Justice for John LaChapelle. Why have I heard that before? I've heard that name. Did I watch that episode? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you. Next. Detroit Turtle Rider sends $50 and goes, for weeks to Recording Gate, the Suboxone sisters spent every stream talking smack about Karen Reed. Why isn't she crying? She didn't talk to the cops because she knows what she did, alluding to her being guilty. Did everyone forget that? I got to go back and watch those. Did they actually say that? Crawford is in the neighborhood creep that smells like hot dog water. Love you, Frigidaire Daddy. Well, thank you very much, Detroit Turtle Rider. I appreciate that. Next, we have here. Thank you. I appreciate you blurring that. But I'd rather just people check it out on Twitter. Thank you. Mackenzie sends $5 and it's a centograph, so I will not be reading this whole thing at all. Okay. You're going to want to yell at me for this one because you're so busy and hate long chats. But please look into the Laura Owens case. Lauren has nothing on Laura Owens when it comes to abusing the court system. Some details to entice you. She claimed pregnancy with twins after having only oral sex. I know all about it. So thank you very much for the $5, Mackenzie. Free Kylie K Cosmos from the Glara's chat purgatory sends $10 and goes, Crusha, Kay Woodcock's daughter, and another creator who I forgot the name of that got fucked by Lauren want to talk with you. Do it. Thanks, True Crime Turtle. You're the best. Yes. I don't know how to reach Crusha. I'd love to speak with her. That would be Charles Vallow's niece, I believe. And it was one of obviously Lori Vallow's murder victims. So if she would like to email me at turtleboysports@gmail.com, you can open up a chat that way. I'd love to have her on sometime for sure. Okay. Yeah, the Brad Pitts did. We're going to have a field day with the Dr. John stuff. We're going to have a field day. It's probably going to do daytime daddy streams all week. Like, let's be honest. All right, next. Lena sends $5 and goes, hey, hiya, brow daddy. I will not refer to Lauren as hidden true crust. My family and I are doing a Halloween party Friday. We're making a pot for people to put donos in for you. Oh, that's very nice. Usually we do it for charity at our parties, but free speech is just as important. We will send a turtle chat in next week. God bless you. Sending love from the UK. Well, thank you so much, Stanley. Put your snakes in there, as we call them, your pounds. I appreciate that so kindly that you do that for me. Okay. Just want to make sure. Do we have any cash apps? I don't want to miss anyone. Maybe refresh. The subs were up to 872. Only 128 away from 164,000. Let's go. Cash app here. Okay. Jamie sends $5 and goes, hidden true crime sub count has dropped 2,000 in 1 week. That'll happen. Timcast lost a lot of subs after the what was the scandal that I exposed? Eliza Blue. When I remember I exposed her, and then he lost like 4,000 subs. I think because of that. So it happens. Ralph sends $20 and he just says none. Thank you. Monica sends $5. Goes, do you remember exposing Amanda Rich? Still going. I don't. Lindsay sends $100. Thanks, Lindsay. And she goes, spelt a different way, so that's okay. And she goes, she just says free speech. Okay. That's nice, simple, and easy. Thank you, dear. Patricia sends $20 and goes, please put on the eyebrows. I did, just for you, Patricia. Thank you. Dear Charlie sends $10 and goes, watching Lauren and Peter Griffin's live next week. Yes, tomorrow. We're going to get into that tomorrow. Amy sends $10, goes, motion for the Lauren eyebrows. Yes, they're a big hit. They're a big hit on the Twitch Twat. Okay. All right, let me just refresh the turtle chats here for a moment. Okay, we're good. All right, folks. Yeah, that's about it. So anyway, guys, I love all you fine people. And we will see you guys for the bus stop live tomorrow, for another live stream during the day, Daytime Daddy tomorrow. We're going to continue the Lauren True Crime saga here. And then we'll see everybody all week. All right. Anyway, guys, we'll talk to you guys soon. Go Patriots. Go Irish. And don't forget to brush your teeth. Peace to your bum crease, people.
It calls for data.